Are there any parts of the airplane now we can depend on?
Yes, all of them.
All right, why the stories of windows cracking,
That's all happening.
flames shooting out of engines? Today, American Airlines, I think it was a 737, had to land because one of their tires blew on them. Why don't they get run flats?
That would be a little hard on landing. It would be, aren't they full solid tires?
How hard is it if you got no tire?
Well, you get two of them.
If you just landed on a stick.
Every engine has, each side has 2 tires, and sometimes 4. Sometimes
Don't.
What? Sometimes 8. They have multiple tires just in case the airplane landed fine.
Then why did they have to do emergency landing?
Why is the fire department there?
Because in case
Why did they go out over Catalina and burn up fuel?
Because you have to.
Why are you burning up fuel?
Because you take off heavier than you can land. You take off with more fuel than you can actually land with.
They blew a tire taking off. There's a good chance it wasn't going to be able to hold up the landing.
So they had to go out and burn up fuel. Fuel weighs. So they had to go burn it off so they were lighter when they landed.
I think why they burned it off.
Why they burned the fuel off?
Why is the fire department there?
That's just precaution. Didn't need it. Perfect landing.
Why don't they call it the precaution department?
Because they don't have one of those. They just have the fire department in case, God forbid, something happened. But nothing did. It was a perfect normal landing.
Without a tire.
With missing one of 2 tires on the left main gear, yes.
Why is it emergency landing if it's no big deal? I am so sick of that phrase.
Those things happen all the time.
Why don't you get run flats?
You can't do that.
Why not?
It would be too hard of a landing.
Again, I'll ask, how hard is it going to be? You got no tires.
He ended up with a tire. In fact, we saw one land a couple years ago. It was an Airbus. The nose gear was completely cocked 90 degrees. It landed more or less without tires. Still fine.
What was the cockpit?
The nose was cocked all the way over. We were supposed to go forward and back. It was going left and right.
Talking about the landing gear?
The landing gear, the nose gear. And it landed.
You made it sound like the front of the plane was skewed.
No, the nose gear.
That's the way I took it. Looks like someone punched the jet in the nose.
No, the landing gear.
The jet's got the bent nail syndrome.
And he was fine. Landed with no tires, literally, on the nose gear.
All right, why waste cash on them?
Well, because you want them on a general basis. You don't just want
You
metal.
make all of these different things sound like it's just ancillary. It's not really something we got to have. It's just, a lot of times, it's just for aesthetics. People like to get on a plane with tires, even though they're not really needed.
You need them, obviously, but you can land without them.
Well, you make it sound like it's really not something you got to have.
Obviously, well, you can land without them if you have to. You don't want to, because obviously you've damaged the airplane now. But you can do it if you have to. And they did today. Beautiful, perfect landing.
And is this one of those things where a mechanic goes out there and go, glad I'm not on that flight?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Tires look fine. I'm here.
Wasn't that bad at all, really.
I told him to get run flat.
It wasn't that bad at all?
No.
Okay.
So you want to be on that plane? You got a tire out?
I really wouldn't want to be on it, but I wouldn't worry if I was on it anymore.
If they gave you a choice.
No, I'd rather be
flying with tires or no tires.
I'm going to have
You got 2 planes on the runway.
I'm going to go with tires.
Okay.
But if I'm in the air and I'm missing a main tire, I know we're okay.
Then why is it an emergency landing?
It's precautionary.
Then why don't they call it a precautionary landing? And send out the precautionary department.
We don't have a precautionary department. It's just like they don't.
With all these different in fact, there was something in the news over the weekend that a couple planes were within 60 seconds of being in the same airspace.
Yes.
And I mean being in the same spot. I don't mean in the same area.
I know. I'm aware of that.
And that's the way to describe it.
Oh, yeah. They have to soft sell it for you.
It was out over the ocean.
I don't care where it was.
That makes it worse. I mean, if you live, you drown or get eaten by a shark.
The reason it happened is
I don't care where it was.
It was less controlled airspace. It wouldn't have happened over, say, Ohio. But it was a less controlled airspace. And
I'd rather it happened over Ohio.
And the airplanes did exactly what they were trained to do.
They turned.
No, the little alarm went off in the cockpit that said dive immediately. The pilot did. They avoided each other. They have alarms set up to do that if you have aircraft coming in. Traffic.
You have somebody close to you.
Even small planes have that now, yeah.
And how drastic of a procedure is that when they dive?
That's pretty drastic at altitude because pretty much any kind of movement at altitude when you're at 30, 40,000 feet is going to be pretty dramatic back in the cabin area. But it's better than the alternative.
Well, I understand the alternative. but don't try and short sheet me on this and tell me it happens all the time.
Well,
it's not really a concern. We don't need tires. We're not big on windows anymore.
Windows we need. Tires, you can blow one and still land safely. That's why you have two on each single gear. At least two.
So they're just window dressing?
No, they're
Aesthetics.
backups. No,
Aesthetics.
they're backups.
Bling.
In case something...
Put some spinners on them.
Aviational type bling.
No, it's a backup. Every system in an aircraft is backed up. You have multiple systems that run the ailerons and the flaps and the rudder and the pressurization system. You have backups in case something happens.
You're a fool if you get on the airliner.
Not at all. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of them every single day. You hear about one that blows a tire.
You want to be on that one?
No, of course. I don't want to be on it. Would I die? Would I be scared to death? No. Any more than I was.
We ain't got a tire, and I'm getting ready to land. I'm going back to the cat in the dishwasher. I'm all over that cockpit.
What are you going to do up the cockpit? How are you going to help out?
Why? You got run flaps.
We don't need.
You got them on Corvettes.
We don't need run flaps. Well, because we land kind of hard, kind of fast. Corvette really doesn't for the most part. It runs pretty much close to the ground.
But you still... Exactly.
Okay.
Even more my point.
I need a.
You're a lot safer on the ground. You don't even need a run flat.
I need a tire that.
So they'll put them on Corvettes. They can't put them on a Boeing.
Yes, exactly. I need a tire that will absorb the landing shock because sometimes you land really hard.
Why?
Well, because you've seen airplanes that land hard.
Another one of your no big deal landings. I'm sick of you in the airline industry.
Crosswind landing. You have you flare too high. You get a downdraft at the last minute. You need something that'll absorb the shock, so you don't damage the aircraft. That's why you have two landing gear on each strut.
The only reason I would still fly to go someplace is the only alternative is Amtrak.
That's bad. It does seem like
and they don't seem to like rails.
We have a lot recently, the little things that have fallen off. I don't understand that at all, why things are starting to fall off airplanes. I really don't. Engine covers,
because you got
flaps.
Mechanics like the one that called us 2 or 3 weeks ago, because how we work on them, if it flies, it flies.
I think that's a very small representation of the aircraft and power plant mechanics that are out there.
All right, why you have all these planes where things are falling off?
That one I don't know, unless it's the age of the aircraft. You're getting some older planes, and they're getting a lot of stress issues. And
Did you make the space shuttle analogy last week?
What'd I say?
You're talking to me or JD?
JD, about our air fleet is like the space shuttle. It's aging.
Getting old. It is definitely getting older. There's no doubt.
And we use these every day. The space shuttles we only use once a year because they rotate them out.
Oh, yeah, H shuttle, yeah, but once a year.
But they know what to look for in airliners. So when they bring them in every 100 hours. They bring them in once a year, completely dismantle them, put them back together.
A lot of times they don't need help dismantling. They just got to go find the parts.
Stop it with that.
What is this picture you sent me, Dan?
Just out of curiosity, I typed into Google images, hard landing. Mm-hmm. That's one of the first images that popped up.
Oh, Lord.
My plane cracked in half.
Well, that's a real hard landing. See, your run flat tires would have helped there.
I don't think I'd get on a Hungarian Airlines anyway.
Well, not if you're seeing that picture. I know it's an unfair characterization. I just think it's funny. The third picture that pops up on Google Images hard landing search is a plane broken in half.
Right about the center of the plane is where it's broken in half, and the tail end is dragging its ass across the runway. It almost looks like the plane has worms.
It does happen. And don't send me the picture. There's one of a DC-9 years ago that lands and the tail cracks off and breaks. That was a test landing. People send that to me every time we talk about this. Look at this. Tail just broke right off.
Who cares if it's a test landing?
Well, they were testing it. They intentionally landed it very hard, and it broke the tail off. It's kind of a funny picture, really. I mean, he no longer lands at the top of the tail comes off.
Well, he's trying to land them hard.
Just to see what kind of G-forces the plane would take. And
well, now you know.
Well, that was obviously pushed it a little too far.
Couldn't they put inner tubes in these tires?
Sure, they have inner tubes. But you blow a tire at 130 miles an hour, knots, whatever, things shred. Sometimes,
how about fix it flat?
They've had no time for that. You're doing 130 miles an hour.
They have plenty of time for that. What didn't you say they had to fly over the ocean to burn fuel before they could land?
Who's going to get out and put the fix-a-flat in it at 180 knots?
The guy that sits behind the pilot and the co-pilot, what does he do? He just sits there while they take naps.
Well, the navigator?
Yeah, navigator.
Why would you even have a navigator? Everything else is computerized.
You don't have a navigator any longer.
You what? You don't have a
navigator? Went out in the 60s.
Well, I didn't know that.
You had a flight engineer for a while, but now they don't have those anymore.
So just two guys in the cockpit?
747s, I think, is about the only plane left with a flight engineer, yes.
Okay.
Why? Everything's can be handled by two people. Everything really could almost be handled by one, but legally they make you have two.
I'd prefer two. Well, just in case one strokes out.
Somebody runs the systems, somebody flies the planes.
What would have to happen?
Oh, Lord.
What, Cliff?
What would have to happen for you, JD, to be concerned?
How about this Hungarian airline?
That would be bad, yeah. An in-flight fire where, the part of the aircraft was actually still on fire. Any kind of obvious...
All right, Dan just sent me another picture. Would you consider this a hard landing?
Let me look. Oh, dear God.
That's the third picture that pops up on Google Images with hard landing.
He nosed it over. Probably locked the gear or hit something, and he's nose down. Yeah, that happens.
That plane is crammed down, nose in, ass end up.
It looks like a statue.
Well, obviously that happened after he landed. Otherwise, the plane would be destroyed. He was probably just had landed and either locked the gear or hit something.
Well, he's in the water.
Oh, I can't see the water. Okay.
Almost looks like he's fishing.
Actually, looking around.
Yeah.
Like a duck with his ass up in the air.
Hang on a second. Chloe, who was the guy that you let leave the voicemail for me over the weekend?
Just a guy that I ran into on the dock and goes, "Hey, Chloe, come here."
Was that the same man you took a shower with?
Oh, here we go. Just about the time we cleanse their queer spirits. We're back.
No, that's a different person.
Who'd you take a shower with?
He's an ex-Dallas Cowboy.
Raphael Septien?
No.
Were both of you naked?
We had our clothes on. We're on the dock just taking a shower because there's a limited amount of water in the fresh water bin. So I was like, I got to take a shower. So, well, I got to get one in too. So let's just take a shower together.
I want people on this show, just for a 60-day moratorium, knock it off with the queer crap.
Somebody emailed me, "Hey, saw Chloe coming out of the shower." I went, "Okay, that's nice." With another man. That'd be nice.
At least you went the route of a professional athlete.
That makes it better.
But somehow.
Would I know the name? Was it Walt Garrison?
No, it wasn't Walt.
Take a shower with Walt.
Although he lives in that area, it wasn't Walt.
You put a pinch between your cheeks.
No. I'm not gonna, I can't say the name just to protect the... You probably...
Would I know it?
Maybe.
Let me turn the mics off.
I don't know.
No, I don't know who that is. How long were you in the shower?
Just maybe 2 minutes.
Soap each other up?
No. We didn't touch each other with soap. No one dropped soap. Nothing. We just showered off real quick. We were in the lake, jumped out and said, "Hey, let's just shower off real quick."
Whose idea was this?
I don't care how bad you need to rinse off. You go one at a time.
Well, there wasn't enough fresh water in the fresh water.
Then you stay stinky.
Well,
60 days. Knock it off with the queer crap.
All right. Make a note of today's September 2nd.
Can you say that without your hand down your pants?
No.
All we got to do is make it to, was it November? Mm-hmm. Just November.
Okay. I'll do it.
No weird crap on Halloween. Give it just 60 days.
Done, okay.
Maybe we'll like it, and it'll stick.
All right. 2 months.
How long before we need a break?
3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Here's a voicemail from Chloe.
Hey, this is Chloe. I'm out here at the lake, dude. Just drinking.
I knew exactly what this guy was going to say as soon as he said, "I got a bone to pick with you." It was no question where he was going to go with this.
I got this guy who wants to talk to you. Name's Rick. All right, hey, Ricky, here you go.
Hey, Russ, this is Ricky. I got a bone to pick with you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget. Did I say what was on this?
No.
All right. Well, that was my segue from this plane that's fishing, and that's what reminded me of this.
And you talking about all this fishing shit? Man, it ain't the last you talking about. We're out here, have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to go catch shad.
What is Chad?
I don't know. Oh.
It's what?
Bait, I believe.
Why are they catching? Well, that's stupid.
Well, you
go out fishing for bait?
Yeah, you got.
How come nobody told me about this?
Well, you just take like a big net.
What do you use to catch bait?
A big net.
Mackerel? Another catfish in and see if we can get some bait. What do you use to catch bait?
Just nets.
Oh. Why don't you just go dig up worms?
Because a lot of times fish like to eat little fish.
Why don't you dress the worms up?
Put a little fin on them?
Something. I really don't think fish can be that god smart.
Well, they know what they like to eat, and minnows and shad are...
Why don't you go buy a bait shop?
I guess they want them fresh. I've heard some people say that you want to get them from the same lake that you're fishing. That way it makes them more appetizing.
Are you effing with me?
I have heard people say that.
This is going to be one freaking retarded week.
I've never seen your kind before.
You ain't right from around here, are you, fella?
What's your name, dude? Stupid hat. What kind of stupid name is that? I ain't eating you. You're a gutless yellow turd. All right, explain to me how the fish know which lake the bait come out of.
That one, I'm just telling you what I have heard fishermen say. I do not know if it's because difference in water or what.
If it's that big of a struggle, why not just give up? Acquiesce. The fish god is beat. I'm tired of buying bait. I'm tired of carrying around this 50-pound tackle box full of different lures just so I can trick fish.
It's a sport to them. They enjoy it. It's fun to go fishing. If you're having a good day and catching fish.
There's not many things I enjoy doing. I got to get up at 5 o'clock to go start it. And that ain't even starting. That's catching the things so I can catch fish. That's retarded.
I'm with you at the 5 in the morning deal.
Why do you got to do it at 5? Is that when the best bait come out?
I guess that's when they feed.
Oh.
And then we got people coming out to go fishing with us at 7, and they think we just started. Well, we've been working for 2 hours. It ain't an easy life like you think it is, man. Get your ass out here and try it with me. Yeah, I'll take you.
If it's that big of an issue, don't go.
It's hard.
It's not like somebody comes at you every morning with a claw hammer going, let's go. Community service time. We're going fishing.
No, it's something you choose, and then they complain about it. Quit it.
Got to get up at 5 just to go catch the bait. Catch the bait.
Ass out here, we'll go fishing, man. I can hook your balls up on a hook. I can catch 40-pound catfish. We'll yank them right out of the water, and you can go home without them. F*** you, man.
End of message.
Where did we find this guy, Chloe?
He was just on the dock. Because I got something to say. I was like, tell you what, we'll just call Russ right now. So that's what we did. I was like, please don't let him answer. Please let him be voicemail. Please let him be voicemail.
Yeah, I thought about that. What if I had it picked up? Because I'd have seen your number and would have thought it was safe. I'd have been wrong, dude. Which one's Alfie?
Mine too.
Yes, Kevin.
Hey, this is Kevin Crowley. So shad or
I don't care. Yes, Ryan.
Hey, those the fishermen, the guys that catch their own bait, they save a couple of grand a year doing that.
Minnows really cost that much?
Well, they catch carp. The guy took me one time. He threw that seine net out and caught the carp, and the thing weighed like 10 pounds. He had like a week's worth of bait right there. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he said.
Their carps are great big. I was like, why would you catch carp? They're huge. They're the nasty fish that's up around the docks that you can throw bread in the water and feed on. So they cut them up. So it's.
Oh, that's right. We did that to Chloe once. We took him out to, I think it was Lake Grapevine. Strapped him with bread and threw him on the bank.
Exactly. They come everywhere. They're so thick.
It's kind of hot.
Why?
Because they'll eat that bread right off you.
Well, so that's gross. Big old mouths eating on you like suckfish. They are. Saw them over the weekend at Joe Pool. Kids out there feeding them.
Alfie, I'm not taking any more fishing calls. Fishing time is over. I'd be pissed off just I had to get up at 5 to go someplace.
Catch the bait. Did you get your bait yet? You don't want
Especially when you go, and then you got the fishing shows where they call in, I need recipe to you heard the recipe where you take a grunt and throw hair in it?
Yeah, deer hair.
Why does it got to have hair in it?
I'm out on that one.
And again, if something latches onto that, I don't want to eat it.
But you have an idea of a delicacy? I don't want your meat.
Yeah, let's go out to Joe Pool and catch a bunch of eaters.
I don't imagine seeing that fried on a menu somewhere.
No.
Too close. We need a break. Gavin say anything about his office?
Yes, he's very upset. Why would you do that? Most importantly, it's not even that you did it, it's how you got in. That's what bothers him the most. It really irritated him.
Who said I did it?
It's pretty clear who you did.
Just one time, I'd like for somebody to be on my side.
I believe you.
Thanks.
Well, it was your handwriting.
How do you know?
I know your handwriting.
It was all printed.
He knows your handwriting. But don't you give me the winky eye. What are you doing?
No way to go back and prove that was my handwriting.
Okay, it looks very similar to the handwriting that you normally do when you print. And who else would do that to his office? Do you guys see the pictures?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it was still here this morning when I got for my meeting with Gavin. He took sticky notes and put them all over them, tagged everything. Buttons on the phone. This is the phone. Here's the ceiling. This is your chair. This is your crappy baseball. This is a suck-up gift somebody gave you. Everywhere, sticky notes. How long did that take you? Hundreds and hundreds of sticky notes. I mean, how long would it might have taken somebody that did that?
It was a couple hundred.
Oh. And you know that how?
I saw the pictures.
How'd you get the pictures?
Took them.
Yeah.
You labeled his office?
Everything was labeled.
Everything.
It didn't matter what it was. If it was in the office, it got labeled. Paper, printer, walls, another wall, front of desk, side of desk, telephone. There was a penny laying on his desk. That got labeled. Notes on his desk got labeled. It said notes.
And he got them almost all of them. It took him like 20, 25 minutes to get them all down. And finally, what's his name? David Henry walks in and goes, why do I have to know that your ceiling is the ceiling? There's still a sticky note that said ceiling. Why do I need to know that, Gavin?
Yeah, I think it took about an hour and a half. Whoever did it.
Why would a person do that?
I don't really know.
Was drinking involved?
No.
Huh.
It was the middle of the day over the weekend.
That
it could have happened.
Allegedly did that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quite decorative. Very nice.
So Gavin didn't really care that there were 200 Post-it notes all over his office. It was how I got in.
The fact that you got in and how you got in was his biggest concern. And the fact that I had to help him clean it up for the meeting.
Obviously, it was a lot quicker cleaning up than it was doing it.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes cleaning up. But still, he's like, how do you get in my office? That really bothers me.
It should.
Yes.
A lot of important documents laying on his desk.
A lot of important stuff in there. Like, what'd you find?
Contracts,
geez.
memos.
He just leaves that stuff laying out.
I guess he thinks his office is safe.
Well, normally it is. At least on the weekends.
Mm-mm.
You want to tell us how somebody might have gotten in?
No.
All right, I didn't know.
How much are those packing peanuts?
Oh, they're pretty cheap. I mean, you can buy a big, huge bag of them for like $5, I think.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, Jesus. What are you going to do? Never mind. I don't want to know.
When are we off again? We need a break here? Yes. All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
To say how long he'd been in the hospital, Jerry Reed?
It did not, actually. Read the story here.
I don't know why that was a little disappointing that he died. Well, not disappointing. I wasn't counting on him for anything.
Jerry Reed, a singer who appeared in...
hold on. Is that you, Dan? Yeah. All right. What do you got?
All right, traffic is brought to us by Chicken Express and by McShane Florist. One problem in Tarrant County, 377 northbound at North Tarrant Parkway. There's an accident reported there. And in Corinth, 35 northbound at Corinth Street. The off-ramp is actually blocked and has you backed up to Swisher Road due to an earlier crash. The left lane of the service road is also blocked. So there's your first tick of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on The Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. Mid-70s for the low tonight. Going to be only into the 80s tomorrow with a chance of some showers. We have mostly cloudy and 91 now at Live 105.3.
What did he have? Emphysema? Or was that
emphysema, complications of emphysema. He died Monday. Let's see here. Well, we know the rest. As a singer in the 70s and early 80s, he had a string of hits, including Amos Moses, When You're Hot, You're Hot, Eastbound and Down, and The Bird. In the mid-70s, he began acting in movies such as Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds, Gator, Hot Stuff, and Highballin'. He died in 71.
I don't know how bad he needed the cash when they did Smokey and the Bandit 3. I saw that on cable about a month ago. Embarrassing. Don't come close.
He probably did need some cash. I saw him doing some kind of fish bait. Not getting back into the fish thing, but
why you got to bring that up?
He and Willie Ames. This was an infomercial that ran, 2 or 3 years.
Well, I think Trey brought up before that Jerry Reed was a big fisherman.
Mm-hmm. And he and Willie Ames did.
Willie Ames from 8 is Enough?
Yes.
Bible Man.
Correct.
All right.
And they did an infomercial about some kind of fish lure or fishing product. It was some kind of stink bait, actually. And it was the two of them sitting on the side of the river.
How hard you got to push stink bait on somebody?
For an hour, talking about this stink bait, how great it is. And it was an infomercial that ran for quite a while. So my point is, he probably did need some cash.
So this was at least a half an hour program.
Hour long.
About stink bait.
About stink bait. It's the specific stink bait. How to use it, where to use it, why to use it, why fishermen use it, cutaways for the fishermen that used it successfully.
Holding fish.
Yes.
Always have to.
Here's the fish. One I caught with the stink bait.
What is it, Trey?
I think Paul Williams, little Enos, when we had him on, I think he said they got paid a lot for number 2, and they said they got paid a whole lot for number 3 to do it.
Burt Reynolds wasn't even in number 3.
Didn't he make like a cameo
at the very end? And it didn't even make any sense.
Oh, I've seen it. It's a horrible, horrible movie.
Even Jackie Gleason got a pathetic role.
I never saw it, to be honest. Number 3. Maybe it's one of those deals. You sign a multi-picture deal, and the money just gets bigger and bigger, and you go, this is going to go away. No one's ever going to watch it. What the hell? I'll cash the check and go away.
All right.
And I would.
He was just in one of Adam Sandler's movies.
Waterboy?
Waterboy, yeah.
Okay. Anything else before we get to news?
Let's see here.
Hey, Gavin, stop me in the hall. Which day did you put all the Post-it notes in? First of all, I admitted to anything. And second of all, I'm going to tell you which day. Because he's trying to figure out how he didn't seem concerned that there were 200 Post-it notes in his office. It was the fact that I got in.
That was what he told me first thing off. I said, well, this is very nice. How'd he do it? I think you just rip them off and stick them, don't you? He goes, no. How'd he get in here? I wasn't here. I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, they were grilling Chloe in the hall.
What's this big deal?
What day that happened? How do you get in?
You have somebody has a key, or you've had a key. How many times have we stole his keys?
I don't know how I got in.
So you admit it? You didn't?
No.
Well, you just said you don't know how I got in. It's you.
Sounds impossible for me to get in. So obviously it wasn't me.
Okay, it just looked like your handwriting.
Hold on a second. Yes, Jimmy.
Hey, brother, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Mr. Reed did not have financial issues. My father is family friends with their family, and financially he was fine. He just made stupid commercials.
Well, I'm not talking about the infomercial. Why did you do the third installment of Smokey and the Bandit?
Just cash. I mean, just obviously it was there, and why not? But it just, something he wanted to do. He enjoyed doing it.
Okay, thanks. And he did. He had enough hit albums to where, it didn't really have to be a concern.
Maybe get involved in a movie project like that.
But damn it, man, have some decorum.
Well, what's he going to do? Ruin his image at that point? He didn't really have much of one left. It's not going to ruin.
Well, you had a pretty good franchise you were working on. Smoking the Bandit 2 wasn't really that great, but there was no reason to come back and just damn the thing.
But again, it's just the cash.
Wasn't Smoking the Bandit 3? That was the one where Jackie Gleason brought in all his cousins. And
No,
was that number 2?
That's 2.
Oh. Well, that one sucked as well.
Yeah, they should have quit while they were ahead.
You never do. Hollywood never does that. There's cash to be had. Somebody rented it. Somebody's got that movie on DVD at home.
Now, at this point, where they are with movies, would he have been getting residuals from
the movies?
Yeah.
I don't know how it worked with the residuals. I haven't been in movies. JD's the only one that's been in acting. Tell us, John, do you get residuals or is it an illusion?
It all depends. It's mostly an illusion.
Right.
It all depends on how you write your contract. I imagine he does, to be honest with you, Trey, yes.
Gavin.
Yes?
Are you still mad?
Wouldn't you be?
No.
It took me so long to take every single...
You got no frivolity in your life. You got to be pissed off about everything. Somebody comes in and sticks a couple hundred Post-it notes in your office labeling everything. Why not just laugh at it?
It's like getting your house rolled in high school. It means you're popular.
I like you.
Yeah.
It was just a pain in the neck to take everything down.
I'm sure it was a lot easier to clean up than it was to do it. Whoever did it.
It was you.
You don't know that.
It was you. It was, first of all, it's your handwriting. I know your handwriting.
You don't know my handwriting.
I know your handwriting.
Weren't all of those printed?
Yeah, it was your handwriting. I know your handwriting.
Why don't you bring in an expert?
Second of all, who else would write things like on the Jagger little mock billboard we do, you put butt buddy. And then on your billboard, it puts savior.
Yeah, that's you.
Could have been a fan of the show. There'll be a couple left.
A fan of the show just happens to walk in my locked office, which we still need to talk about.
Why?
How'd you get in?
I don't know how anybody gains access to anything around here. I don't even have an office to have a lock.
And Gavin, you could have just left it open by mistake.
No.
How do you know? Maybe it was a holiday weekend. Maybe the cleaning crew left it unlocked. Not everything is always. Just one time somebody would believe me.
I believe you.
Thanks. So that's your big concern, not the Post-it notes. It was how someone would have gotten in. Almost slipped.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well,
I have a lot of concerns.
All right, let's say it was me. What is it? What's in your office that you wouldn't want me to see? Sort of the contract for Ren and Stimpy you got laying out.
Exactly.
Why do you leave that out?
I don't.
Gavin, you know he has access to everything in this building.
It's in a sealed envelope, which I noticed was open now.
Dude, normally I don't come to anybody else's defense. Is that all you intend on paying them?
You shut up! This is exactly why.
I looked at that, had I been in there.
Right.
You look at it and you go, well, that's just rude.
That's the whole number?
Yeah, it was a whole number.
Was it? I mean, how much? You don't tell us?
No!
Tell us how much.
No, we're not going to play this game.
Well, you already know how much you make because he stole your paycheck.
Very underpaid.
Who?
Me.
Are you retarded?
What? For all the work that I do? For all the commuting miles I do?
Maybe Ben and Skin went in there.
No, Ben and Skin wouldn't.
Is that the first time I got the name right?
You got it right. I'm impressed. I don't know if it was an accident or I should applaud you.
Maybe they did it.
No. They didn't do it. It was your handwriting.
Anybody see me in this building over the weekend?
No.
All right, why would I come up here on a holiday weekend and waste an hour and a half putting Post-it notes in your office?
Well, I'll have to... We have camera in this office. I'll have to rewind the tape.
Go ahead.
Why?
Dick. What's the email you've been holding for the past 10 minutes?
Oh, just somebody wanted to know about the Live 8 video. They saw the Live 8 video you posted on your MySpace page. Why did you only post a minute of it? There's so much more to the show.
Because that's all I could stand.
Why don't you put more of it up there? They want to see the whole show.
It takes a long time to go back and convert that video.
Oh, okay. Is there any part of it you just didn't want anybody to see?
The Elvis stuff ain't never going to hit daylight.
Why? That was... I saw that.
And the Garth.
Well, the Garth, I have to agree with you. But that was... Who knew? Okay, that part sucks. How about the rest of the show?
There were different parts that weren't...
You thought you looked fat.
I did.
Oh, God.
That's why I have to keep getting bigger guitars.
Boy, as you put on weight.
Any more of those before we start news, Alfie?
other people speculating that it was Bennett skin.
Oh, all right. There.
There what? You did it. It's okay. You did it. It was funny. You rolled his house. You rolled his office. That's cute. That's fun. We're pals. Pals do that.
He didn't seem to like it. He's obviously got some concern about me going through his office. Why would you leave your contract laying out on your desk?
It's not. It's in an envelope.
It was still sitting on your desk.
So what am I supposed to do?
How about locking it up? Maybe you lock your office.
Oh.
Don't leave important things lying around.
Jesus.
And good God, man, pay them some extra cash. That's rude. They've been on Nickelodeon for years.
Different show.
Huh?
It's a different show.
Oh, all right. Well, pay them what you want. Ready for news, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. You do a legal ID at 4 plus? All right, 406. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Tuesday, September 2nd, 2008. Birthdays today. Keanu Reeves turns 44. Salma Hayek is 42. Mark Harmon from NCIS turns 57. And Terry Bradshaw, Football Hall of Famer for Gordon. Pittsburgh Steelers turns 60.
You got the McCain story in there?
Well, I got a number of them right here for you.
Because if I was going to pick a VP running mate, I think I'd ask about their history and if they've raised any whores.
Stop it. How dare you? She's not a whore.
I didn't say that. I just said it's a question I would ask.
Well, they say he knew. They say he knew that she was pregnant, the 17-year-old daughter of the VP.
Who is it, Palin?
Mm-hmm.
What's her first name?
Sarah.
Anybody speculate? I know the biggest speculation is he picked her because Hillary's out of the running and you just pick a chick. Any other reason he picked her? Because nobody had heard about her until over the weekend.
Well, some people had. The fact of the matter is she appeals to the far right. She is pro-life.
You can only appeal to the far right if people know who you are.
But the far right
I didn't even know Alaska had a governor.
As more and more people learn about her, more and more people, the fundamental right, she's what they call...
Nobody's doing any research right now. They're just focusing on that big-breasted kid of hers.
Well, which is just, kids are supposed to be out of, off limits.
That's according to Obama. The media's not going to let that one go, and that's going to be their lightning rod probably for the next month or so.
Let it be.
That didn't bother me.
She's 17. She's keeping the kids. She's getting married. That's...
Oh, God.
I'm not saying it one way or the other. I'm just saying that's how they're going to spin it.
Oh, I didn't know they were getting married.
Yes, they're getting married.
When was that announced? Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually in this story. Right after John McCain named Alaska Governor Sarah Palin as his running mate on Friday, rumors started circulating on the internet that Palin's youngest child, 5-month-old Trig, is actually her grandson. Trig Palin has Down syndrome. According to the rumors, Palin...
Hang on, I just got lost.
I know.
The governor has a 5-month-old baby.
Yes.
All right. And the speculation is possibly that baby is really her daughter's.
Exactly.
And she took it as her own just as a cover-up.
Yes.
All right. Got it.
That's the internet rumor. And, of course, she's saying the internet rumors are saying that Palin faked her last pregnancy in order to cover for the daughter, 17-year-old Bristol, who some think she's the real mother. The McCain campaign denied the rumors as mudslinging lies. Yesterday, Palin announced that her daughter Bristol is 5 months pregnant and that Bristol plans to marry the father. Yay. She also said that McCain knew about...
Why are you twisted about that?
It just annoys me how it's one of those things, okay, she's made one mistake, now let's allow her to make a second one.
Yeah, if they're doing this just as a PR move, that's really not going to do any good for the family.
And even if it's a PR move, that makes it doubly bad. But just in regular, I try to put myself in her situation. If I had a 17-year-old that was pregnant, no way in hell are you marrying this kid.
Why are you so pissed about this?
I don't know. It's just because it's a public figure. You're supposed to, set a standard for people.
It happens all the time. Girls get knocked up. They marry them.
Well, here's the thing that's come back to bite Governor Palin in the ass, which looks like it's kind of hot.
She is hot.
But she's also had 5 kids.
Yeah.
In Alaska, what else are you going to do?
Stop it. Quit that. She run the state.
Maybe it keeps you warm.
She's done people say she's done very, very well. I'll get McCain about it. Go ahead.
Hang on, I forgot what I was going to say. Governor Palin is a big proponent of teaching abstinence in the schools. You don't teach anything else, just abstinence. That's why she's had 5 kids. And that's why her daughter's pregnant. She's against abortion, which is why she got 5 kids, and her daughter's pregnant.
You're right. That's sad. That is going to bite her in the ass. All this stuff will die out, I hope, before the election. And we'll actually focus on who can run the country. Diddy, is talking about it now, about this choice.
Puff Daddy?
Puff Daddy's talking about McCain.
Well, hold on. Dan, is there any more to the story that you're holding?
Just a little bit more. According to a statement by Palin and her husband, Todd, they say, our beautiful daughter Bristol came to us with news that as parents we knew would make her grow up faster than we had ever planned. We're proud of Bristol's decision to have her baby and even prouder to become grandparents. And as Bristol faces the responsibilities of adulthood, she knows she has our unconditional love and support.
I don't think she probably had any choice in having that baby. If you've got a governor and one of her biggest pushing points is anti-abortion and only teaching abstinence, you got no choice.
Yeah. This is way too public for her. And it's terrible timing. Chick, close your legs for a year. Jesus Christ.
Well, she didn't know she was going to turn up as a VP running mate.
I know that.
And I don't care what McCain says. Ain't no way he knew about this.
And that's the other part of her statement is that, or part of the story is that she says, and they released it, that McCain knew about it before he made the announcement.
Well, what else are you going to say? I mean, from McCain's standpoint, what are you going to come out and go, what? Holy crap!
I told him to ask.
Do over.
I wrote that down on a list of questions. You ask him if they raised a whore.
And that was actually part of what they were saying was the vetting process, trying to find out, who he was going to pick.
Also, and I can tell you why McCain didn't know about it, is whoever it is on McCain's staff that did the background check, so there are no more surprises. Okay, if it wasn't a surprise, why you call it one? Because you didn't know.
Yeah, they obviously probably didn't know. But you can't come out and go, wow, what do we do now? There's nothing you can do. You face it. I think this will go away, hopefully, as time goes forward.
As far as her being VP, yeah, it's of no consequence. But I don't know who this chick is, and she's only been governor of Alaska. I don't want her a heartbeat away from the presidency.
That's what Diddy says, actually. You want to hear McCain talk about why Palin's qualified, or would you rather hear Diddy talk about Palin?
I want to hear Diddy.
Diddy is going to be cut number 117.
Hey, yo, attention John McCain.
Where'd you get this?
This is on his blog, his video blog.
All right.
Hey, yo, attention John McCain. Attention John McCain. My name is Diddy, okay? Right now.
You know what? That's going to discount anything you say from this point on.
Your name is Diddy.
I'm going to address the presidential candidate. It's Diddy.
Yo, it's me.
All right. John McCain's in his early 70s. He ain't going to know it, did he? He grew up in an era where the people mostly have first and last names, and they don't change them every 18 months.
I think Diddy's whole point of this thing is to make young voters go, this whole man is out of touch. He's crazy.
Okay? Right now, I had to check in with you to tell you that you are bugging the out. I don't even understand what planet you're on right now. This is the job to be the leader of the free world. Okay?
All right. Is that all of it?
He's bugging out. No, the next one is talking about John McCain making bad decisions.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Alaska, what is the reality in it?
All right, he's got a solid point there.
What's going on? Obviously, it doesn't take a lot to run the state if you've had 5 kids.
And a lot of people are saying that. There are not that many people up there, and they're swimming in money. They're doing very well as a state. But as far as running something big, Alaska is not.
Alaska? What is the reality in Alaska? Like, there's not even no crackheads in Alaska. There's not even.
Why do you have crackheads in Alaska?
You don't have any crackheads. He's saying you're out of touch. You run Alaska. You really can't run the world, or you can't run the country because we have real issues.
I was like, there's not even no crackheads in Alaska. There's not even no black people. There's not even no, like, crime or like, John, you're bugging the out, man.
All right, so you want to pick a governor who's run a state and run it into the dirt. You want a state full of, I'm just quoting Bob Diddy.
Okay.
You want a state full of crackheads and blacks and no prosperity. Because that's what he's saying. I don't think there are any blacks in Alaska. Let me step out of my role of being the racist pig for just a moment. I am sick of this race thing cropping up every 2 or 3 days.
And then somebody just asked him.
What if I said there ain't no white people in Atlanta? Which is crazy. But it's the same thing.
Because you can do that. With the black issue, you can certainly.
No black people in Alaska. why do I have to have contact with any particular race before I can run this country?
That's his point. His point is there are issues outside of the white America. His
point is there aren't any black people in Alaska. How the hell you think you're going to be able to represent me? I don't have to know black people to be able to represent what's going to be in the best interest of the country.
That's exactly what Obama said over the weekend when somebody said, you've never pulled the race card. He goes, why would I pull the race card? This is not a race issue. This is he said it 100 times, an issue about running this country.
What's this other? Is that it? Just the two cuts, or is there another?
There's three, the one in the middle. But
Alaska,
I already played that one. I'll go back to this one.
Alaska,
I got the same clip on here twice.
Uh-oh. Hold on, did he? What's 118?
This one.
Alaska,
No, the other one's not any good anyway.
And then here's 119.
Alaska.
You gave me the same clip twice.
Well, the other one's just a throwaway. It's a throwaway.
I want to hear the last one.
You don't want to hear it. You really don't.
Why you give me the same clip twice? What happened when you checked the audio?
I checked the audio.
How come you gave me the same clip twice?
Are you checking that right, or are you just doing that to rattle my cage?
That's none of your freaking business.
Yeah, I knew you were doing it. I knew it. I did check the audio.
How dare you be so accusatory?
I'm not always up to something.
You're always up to something.
Trey, can you see from over there?
Yes.
All right, see this clip right here, 118?
Yes, sir.
Alaska,
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
See that one, 119?
Yep.
Alaska,
Okay, I put it on there twice.
I want to hear the last clip.
It just says
I'm not moving forward until I hear it.
All right, Trey, give me the flash. I'll go in and pull it off my computer.
Don't pull that off.
Okay. I can't make it float through the room across in here.
Obviously not, because I don't have it.
It's a throwaway anyway.
So why you do it?
Just to have float. It was a transition between the first one and the last one.
All right.
He just says he makes bad decisions. We're not going to give you this country. It's 10 seconds.
Why does he think having a... First of all, if I was out on voting for somebody, I'm even further out, because I don't know this chick. I never heard of her. I got no inkling what her history is or if she can handle the job. But why necessarily is it a bad decision just because he picked a chick?
I don't think it's a bad decision at all. A
lot of people initially have just looked at it and said, all right, you're trying to get the female voters. Since Hillary's out on the Democratic side, I think most people are going to see through that.
Well, that's what Barbara Streisand's come out and said, yes, in no certain terms.
Well, good. Now I can stop wondering what she thought.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, this chick, she's a lifelong member of the NRA.
Nobody knows her. Nobody knew her until this past weekend, and now more people are talking about her daughter with those freaking cans than anything else. She's 17, right?
Yes.
Freaking cans.
But they'll get to know it. In fact, she cleaned up Alaskan government. She took on the Republican Party.
What was the cleanup in Alaska?
Yeah, one of the most corrupt governments as far as state governments go. I mean, you had a state senator who spent like they call it pork barrel spending, $42 million to build a bridge.
What's pork barrel? Fluff?
Yeah, it's
wasteful.
Yes.
Got it. Go ahead.
It was like $42 million to build a bridge from one inhabited island to another inhabited island. And she put a stop to
Inhabited or uninhabited?
Uninhabited.
Well, that's important.
Sorry.
What's the bridge for?
To waste money, to give money to Alaska.
Did they build it?
No. Not to my knowledge. She was against it. I think she put a stop to it.
Well, do we need a break? Yes. All right.
There's more audio, all kinds of different
what's
stuff.
the Barbara Streisand thing?
That's just the story Dan has.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand has written a blog reacting to John McCain's vice presidential pick. Obviously, being the diehard liberal Democrat that she is, she has a bit of a problem with McCain's choice of 44-year-old Sarah Palin. But even though her reaction is predictable, Barbara voices what a lot of people are probably thinking. For starters, she refers to it as a Hail Mary and calls it a transparent and irresponsible decision, all in the name of trying to win this election. She also calls it insulting to women.
Maybe it's something that McCain had always thought about, and when he realized, when it became obvious Hillary wasn't going to be part of the Democratic ticket, all right, why not?
Well, they're bringing up the fact that he's never met her before. They had one conversation of 15 minutes. That's who you picked for your vice president?
He's never met her before?
No, that's not true.
Well, they said one time for 15 minutes is the story I heard.
He had met her before, but it goes back. I mean, this is actually a couple months in the making. But they flew it below the radar and did so very well because it took everyone, even people in Alaska.
It's a lot easier to fly it under the radar if you don't meet.
They met a couple times.
I'd still like for somebody to meet more than a couple of times if they're going to be in the office next to me.
She fits his profile. She's a maverick. She appeals to the right that he does not.
He doesn't even know if he can get along with her. Probably can. She's had 5 kids. Seems to get along with everybody. So there's her kid.
Have you seen her husband?
No.
I don't know how to... Remember?
Should he sit on the roof with Elizabeth Edwards?
No, he's not ugly. He looks very scared to be where he is. He looks out of place. Do you remember Cindy Coyle's funeral? There was somebody that came to dressed kind of didn't fit with the rest of us.
I'm trying to think about it. Did you get a hand job there?
No, God, no, never mind. Anyway, he just doesn't look very vice presidential material. He just looks very, very scared.
Well, he's a commercial fisherman.
I know. He looks it.
How do
Oh,
you go back to our old promotion director's funeral?
Well, because there was somebody that came dressed with a flatbed truck and everything like that.
Yeah, he showed up in his work outfit, flatbed truck. I think it's full of lumber. Well, obviously he's going to build a casket. It's got to be why he's here.
So this guy just looks
sick. He actually gets in the procession. It's like, dude.
With the flatbed and the lumber. We don't need that where we're going.
I think somebody asked him, why don't you ride with us and leave the flatbed here with the car engine on the back of it? Leave that there.
So this guy just doesn't really fit.
What'd you just send me, Dan?
It's just a picture of the Palin family if you want to look at the husband.
All right, let me look at this and we'll break. How big is this damn picture?
It's big, but it pops it back down to where you can see it.
Is there a daughter in this?
It's a whole family, so yes.
Yeah, would you stop? Why? That's her husband?
Yeah.
He doesn't look retarded.
I didn't say retarded. He just doesn't look the part. He looks like
he's wearing a blue suit, red tie. Looks normal to me.
He looked scared to me when I saw him standing up in front of everybody.
Yeah, he does look kind of stupid.
Not that we're calling fishermen stupid.
Well, this guy looks stupid. And this is the one that's pregnant, the daughter?
Yes. Oh, would you stop zooming in on her boobs?
I'm not doing that. I'm looking at the mountains in the background. But her cans are in the way.
Oh, it says here she is married to Todd Palin, who is a lifelong Alaskan, a production operator at the North Slope, and a 4-time champion of the Iron Dog, the world's longest snow machine race.
It's a quality family you got there. Well, that's why nobody was keeping an eye on the kids. Governor Palin's having babies. He's out racing snow dogs. And the other one's just killing time. Break here?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Category, and this show is on the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
What'd you pay to rent that convertible to drive to Austin?
How did you know that?
I just want to know what you paid.
It was a couple $100 for the weekend and weekend rate. Well, I'm sure you know, budget.
All right.
Okay. What about it? It was fun. I just didn't want to run the miles up in the truck. This car gets about 30 miles to a gallon. My truck gets about 10. So I thought, it's not going to offset the price, but it was nice to have the top down and run around Austin.
Did the cops like it?
The cops where?
The airport.
Did you set them on me? Did you set those guys? I've been so pissed off since Sunday about that. Did you set them on me? No, there's no way you would know.
How am I going to know you're sitting at the end of the runway watching planes land?
Okay, then you didn't set them on me.
I don't know.
Did you set them on me?
Bitch, I didn't know you were there.
Did you cut your lights off, Joe?
I had no clue where you were.
How did you Well, obviously they stopped me. Oh, I'm sitting out there. I have one more night with the car with the convertible. We'll be back from Austin. Joy's got a headache, so I'm not just cruising, enjoying the night. I go out to the observation area. And there's a sign when you pull in that says it's open sunrise to sunset. It's 10 minutes till sunset. It's still light, and I sit there and I call my sister, and we're just talking, tell her about the weekend. Sunset, it's like 10 minutes after sunset now. It's not the middle of the night.
Why would it only be open during daylight hours?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Where if you're a terrorist, you can shoot planes.
I don't know, but that's their idea of security, is to close this little gate that looks like you're holding doggies back from somewhere. I mean, it's just a little bitty pipe gate.
All right.
I don't think it's a big deal, so it's a little after. And I see the police. I see one of the DFW cops pull by on the access road, and I think, okay, he's coming to lock the gate. I'll go ahead. And so I start the car up, and I start down the little road.
Yeah, you don't want to take off when the cops are coming.
Well,
especially if you're at the end of the airport.
I just thought he was there to close the gate.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, he'll come and he'll close the gate and he'll shoosh me out and I'll leave. He pulls in.
They didn't shoosh out, did they?
They didn't shoosh me out. Did you set them on me?
Just tell your story.
So one cop pulls in.
Tell them, because I already know it.
Then a second car pulls in. A third car pulls in. 6 police officers, 3 DFW cars, lights, searchlights, flashlights. They get on the PA.
Driver, put your hands on the wheel.
Holy criminy! What do I put my hands up on the wheel.
They cuff you?
They did not cuff me, no, but I
told them.
You did set them on me then.
I'm not going to know you're out at the airport. Go ahead with your story.
Anyway,
you
so
I've heard.
They surround the car. They get my driver's license, my CHL, and everything else. You have a gun in the car? No, this is a rental. What are you doing up here? It's an observation area. I was just looking at airplanes. I'm a pilot, and I'll enjoy it. I have this convertible. It's rented. I'm sure you've rented it by now. You find it's rented to budget rent a car. I have it for one more day. I was just trying to enjoy the evening. Do you understand the security implications here, sir? At this point, for half a second, I'm thinking this is a setup. But again, there's no way you'd know I was up there. They run my license. They find I'm clear. They come back and they go, okay, you being a pilot, you more than anybody in this 9/11 mentality would know this is not the place to be after dark. You passed the sign down at the bottom of the road that says it's open. Dude, it's a park. If I was going to do something, would I do it in the observation area of the airport? Really? So, I mean, but he was just a little over the top. And I said, yes, sir, no, sir, and got the hell out of there.
They didn't spray you down?
They didn't spray me down. I was just sat there.
Well, I'm going to get my cash back.
There's no way you could have known that, but I thought about it for a moment because they were just over the top angry. And three cars. A guy in a Saab convertible. I must look very dangerous.
If they sent out the Saab?
No, I was in the Saab. I was in the convertible. Oh. They sent out 3 police cars.
I thought the same thing.
Wouldn't it tell
you made it sound like they showed up in a Saab?
Wouldn't the police?
How far did they drive to come get you?
Would a terrorist be in a van or something? I don't know.
Aren't airport police, isn't that a part of DPS?
Yeah, they're DPS officers. Yeah, I wouldn't sassing them. I wasn't being ugly. I just wanted to get out of there in one piece.
Again, the terrorist mentality.
Clearly, I just wanted to be left alone. I just think I wouldn't show up in a rented convertible if I was going to do anything.
And this really was before dusk?
I pulled in before dusk. It was after, literally, legally, it was after dark. It was 10, 15 minutes after dark. I should have gone. I didn't know that really was a big thing. That was a big terrorist area, the observation area. But
yeah, if it's really going to be that big of a security issue, why don't you just close it off?
Yeah, close the whole area off. And, it's literally, you can drive. The little gate at the bottom.
They didn't spray you?
Nobody sprayed me.
I'm getting my money back.
I would think you'd want them tased.
Nah, tasing goes away. Spray stays with you for a while.
That's true. Right. Nobody tased me, nobody sprayed me, but I thought for a minute I was going to get out of the car and get the whole, at least a search. It's like, I have nothing. It's a rented car. And they didn't even have a gun on me. Well, I mean, I had the CHL is the reason I said that. He asked me. He acted very jumpy when he saw my CHL.
I would think with the CHL, the cops run it. If the CHL is going to come up when they run your driver's license. Right. I would feel better about that person because I know that they've gone by the rules.
I totally agree.
But not a buffoon sitting at the end of the airport in the dark in the Saab.
I could sit anywhere. I could have sat over at the rental car agency. I could sit over at the UPS area.
Normally, DPS don't come rattle your chain when you're sitting at the rental place.
But I don't know. But there are other places near the airport I could have been sitting. It was the observation area. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. Clearly, I have learned my lesson and will never go back to that one moment after sunset.
They didn't spray you?
Nobody sprayed me.
I'll be goddamn.
Even though for a moment, I was wondering, because I started down it's a little driveway down, and he pulled right in front of me, lights, every light, he bought some lights. He had flashes on his rear view mirror that were on, I swear to God.
As many times as you've been to the airport, you didn't think you'd know to get out after dark?
It really didn't think it was that big of a deal. I've driven by there at 10 o'clock at night and the gate's still open. So I didn't think that was that big of a deal.
Oh, okay.
You just add that to the list of your no big deal list.
Clearly.
Big deal to them.
It was a real big deal to them.
No spray.
Because you kind of want to be a smart ass. Ain't you guys got anything better to do?
That's when you spray.
That's when you spray the puss.
All right.
Oh, my God.
You ready to get in?
Yeah.
4:43. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
All right, thank you, Russ. Republicans swung their convention back on a political track Tuesday after a pause for Hurricane Gustav, giving President Bush a primetime speaking slot to promote John McCain's candidacy for the White House.
I like the way that everybody's been giving credit, the way they handled Hurricane Gustav, whatever. You had a run-through 3 years ago. Well, they said Mayor Nagin was a lot more approachable. He came back from the Republican convention. Mm-hmm. He was actually in the city. All right. Why is it I'm going to give you credit for that? You blew the first one. You had a really good run-through. And now you've got a governor of Louisiana that you contend has a better relationship with the president, so we'll probably get a little more results this time.
Well, you had the run-up, and everybody was ready this time. In fact, they almost oversold it. I saw a guy on TV today pissed off because they made him leave. I knew that wasn't going to be a bad hurricane. They made me leave, and I bet all this money on a hotel in Dallas. I'm going back. And even though Nagin's still saying don't come back yet, we have roadblocks. You're not going to get back to your house. Power's not on. I'm going back, and I'm pissed off they made me spend money in a hotel room.
Yeah, they actually checkpoints popped up around New Orleans on Tuesday to keep the city empty of residents, so work could get underway to restore power and other critical services knocked out by Gustav. National Guardsmen and state police promised to stop people not authorized to return, and then the city did not expect to be safe enough to reopen until Thursday at the earliest.
I think it was Fox News that did like a report card on the hurricane.
Oh, no, I didn't see
Mayor Nagin got an A.
Okay.
The citizens actually got an A.
Excellent.
Because they didn't steal from each other. The Chekhov guy, who's a Chertoff. All right. Pavel got an A for being on the scene. Was he director of Homeland Security?
Yes. Being there, getting everything done.
The levees went ungraded because they're still not sure if they could still fail just from the pressure of the water.
Did you see Geraldo?
Hold on. Why don't you hold your hand in?
I don't understand giving A's across the board in a report card when the hurricane didn't hit New Orleans. I understand the preparedness. That's great. That's fantastic.
That's what they were everything was based on as how they played it out this time.
Well, it's easy to give the levees an A because they weren't hit.
They didn't give the levees anything. They still don't know if they're going to fail.
Yeah, I did see one report, though, JD was talking about. They were talking to this one lady who looks out her backyard at one of these little walls.
Why are you pissed off that it didn't hit New Orleans?
I'm not pissed off
I was a little disenchanted because you get up Monday and you go, hey, to flip on the news. See what the hell's gotten washed out. Well, Gustav has been a disappointment, I must say.
I don't think it was disappointing that it didn't hit New Orleans. I just wonder how...
Well, you seem a little twisted that you didn't get your money's worth.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's not really fair to give people all this wondrous credit when we don't know how bad it could have been and then give an honest
Well, we know how bad it could have been because we've been through Katrina.
And that's what I mean.
And if you really have people that are pissed off because they were forced to evacuate, let them stay. Who gives a rat's ass? If you're stupid enough to hang out, then, in fact, they didn't open up the shelters this time. You're going to stay? We don't fine you to kick you out? Don't ask us for any shelter.
I'll give it to Nagin for saying that. He goes, let me tell you what, if you stay here, you are on your own. Do you understand me? Get your butt out of New Orleans. You're on your own. And, you stand, of course, again, he had the rehearsal before. Did you see Geraldo, though?
I might have. Oh, is this the play-by-play with the guy that's in the water?
No, it wasn't that one. It was They got right next to the levees, and the water was lapping over the top of the levees, pretty good. And the camera guy's taking a shot of Geraldo, and Geraldo goes, "Actually, come up a little bit closer. Get up right here." And the camera guy goes a little closer, and he goes, "No, get right up here on the edge. I want you to stand on the levee to show the people the water." And the damn cameraman did. He stands up, and so you get a shot over the top of the levee. And
you're probably holding a 15, 20-pound Betacam.
Yeah, with a 50, 60-mile-an-hour wind blowing you around. Even the guy back in the studio goes, "I don't really think that's safe. Geraldo, you want to back off of that?"
It's fine. I'm not holding anything.
Exactly. Geraldo can run.
My balance is perfect.
I was just like, let me get a look. No, really, get right up here.
Well, then what you do is you take it off your shoulder, you hand it to him. Why don't you go comp the shot and roll it, pal?
He's just looking for really bad footage that can run over and over and over and over. Here's
the guy falling off the levee?
Any number of things, but it gives Geraldo more video.
All he get to see is the camera come off my shoulders and hand it here, comp shot and roll. Go get the picture that you want.
Now, was this over the weekend with Gustav, or are you talking about with Katrina?
No, this was Gustav.
Okay. I missed that one.
It was right up on the top of the... I mean, you could reach out and almost touch the levees. That's how high they were.
As you brought that up, I was going right where Russ was. I thought the cameraman, what you were about to say, just handed the camera to Geraldo and said, here you go.
It was so close he had to keep wiping the lens to keep it clean. It was just blowing on him.
And they had a lot of different anchors. Anderson Cooper, he was dodging crap falling off buildings. I got it. I've seen hurricanes.
We've all seen the
I
video.
enjoy watching you get smacked in the puss by something. But why is it you got to stand out in the rain just to prove to me that there's a hurricane there?
It's my job. I need to be here to show you what it's like. It's exactly, how bad it is, how good it is, how we missed it.
And if they're standing in the middle of New Orleans, it ain't that bad. Because the hurricane was, I think when it hit New Orleans, it had already been downgraded to a 2. Mm-hmm. And, 110 miles an hour?
I like that, yeah.
And then it just gradually petered out. If you're there, I know this hurricane ain't that bad. Don't try and sell me on this one.
They just had such a big buildup. Storm of the century. You can't go, well, there's a limp Peter. Pissed off about this whole deal. We brought the good trucks and everything.
And Mayor Nagin over the weekend called it that. This is going to be the hurricane of the century. So I get up Monday, I flip on CNN, and I said, dry hump. Yeah. Were you going to say something, Trey?
For the first time, I actually, for a brief moment, liked Nagin, just because, and I can't remember the name of the city where the prison is, the state prison in Louisiana, but he goes...
Oh, I heard that over the weekend. Keep talking, I'll think of it.
He goes, you're caught looting, it is a one-way ticket to wherever the name of it is.
What is it, Dan?
Is it Alexandria?
No.
That's prison.
Yeah, it's prison. I mean,
we're not going to mess around with you this time.
No, he was adamant. He said, anybody looting, you will go straight to prison.
Yeah, they had already caught one looter. He was on a bus, cuffed. Is it Angola?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Ready to go.
Uh-huh.
There was going to be no interim, no quick trial. It was just, you're going to Angola.
Well, you can't do that to me. No, you can't. You've got to give me a trial.
Not necessarily. If there's an emergency status that's been declared, I think you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want.
You can't just send me to prison.
That's exactly where he went.
Why do you think they're able to actually shoot looters on site during situations like that?
That's what I thought was going to play out, because when they first announced it in the media, they said there's going to be no court trial on this. I went, well, they're going to shoot him in the streets. Hell yeah.
Well, Geraldo now.
And then they brought up Angola. Well, that's good, too.
Yeah, I don't imagine Jim Pop in Angola is a place you really want to be.
No. Especially if you just got popped for looting.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I stole some Skittles.
Get over here.
And some Bubblicious. What'd you do? I ate my finger.
Hey, silly.
Coincidentally, a rainbow of flavor.
How long before we need a break, Lou? All right. Hold on. Yeah, Andy?
Hey, when Rita hit right after Katrina, they freaked everybody out down in Houston and caused people to die out on the freeway.
Say the first part again.
Said, when like 2 weeks after Hurricane Katrina that Hurricane Rita hit Houston and everything.
Right.
And freaked everybody out. They just said everybody evacuate all this other crap and then caused people to die on the freeway.
You got to go that. Thanks, Andy. You got to go that route, because if you don't, then you're going to have all the fingers back at you. You just saw what could happen if you screw up with Katrina. Let's not go that route.
But you're right. He's right, though. There was a bus. Did it catch fire, or was it a wreck?
That was the one full of old people?
Yeah.
Mark Davis made fun of?
I don't remember that part, but okay.
I believe he did.
Why would he make fun of a bus full of old people that caught fire?
I think he said because they were old.
Oh, yeah, he did. He said it was actually...
Thank you.
Actually, it was a good...
At least it was full of old people. I heard him say that, and I even sat in the car and I went, dude. I think I would have dressed... Even me, I'd have dressed that one up just a hair.
I don't remember him saying that.
I do now.
Say it again.
I'm surprised he didn't go into town. It smells like burning piss.
It depends.
I said to Aaron, no, you didn't. I wouldn't. Why would you?
You would.
Good Lord.
Anyway, but there are people that got upset because, well, those old people would never have been on the road had you not made people leave out. Shut up. You never know what it's going to be. You never know what
unless you can predict it with accuracy, you're going to have to take those chances, and other things are going to come into play. That's why I think that's really why Mayor Nagin said this is going to be the hurricane of the century, just so his ass was covered, whether it hit New Orleans or hung a right and went after the peninsula.
You just wondered how it was just a matter of time till somebody got pissy, got on camera, and A, where's the government? Or B, they made us leave for no reason.
Where am I going to get? Am I going to get my cash back from this hotel that I spent money on because the weather service lied to me?
No, you was just saving your own ass.
Weather Channel's full of dicks.
And you know who was really probably the most pissed off that Gustav wasn't worse? The Republican National Convention, because now they got to deal with Bush. If it was a bad storm, maybe no. Bush is handling that. He don't need to be on with us. But now he's going to be on satellite tonight.
Well, had it been a worse hurricane, it wouldn't have made the news that Governor Palin's kid was knocked up.
That's true. None of that would have popped out, at least for now.
All right. Did we start news?
Yeah.
All right. What are you looking at?
Actually, we were talking about that bridge to nowhere thing and Sarah
in
Palin.
Alaska?
Yeah. It actually says that during her first speech, after being named as McCain's surprise pick as running mate, Palin said she had told Congress thanks but no thanks on the bridge to nowhere. But in the city Ketchikan, the planned site of the bridge to nowhere, they're saying that she was in support of the bridge before. And then she sort of flipped on it and changed her mind.
Even though it was going from a dead spot of Alaska to another dead spot.
Yes. When she was running for governor in 2006, Palin said she was insulted by the term bridge to nowhere, according to Ketchikan Mayor Bob Weinstein, a Democrat, and Mike Elderling, a Republican, who was Palin's campaign. Blah, blah, blah. People are learning that she pandered to us by saying, I'm for this. And then when she found it was politically advantageous for her nationally, abruptly, she starts using the very term that she said was insulting.
The bridge to nowhere?
Yes.
Okay. I think most people are going to slant in this direction is, you don't know her. You'd never heard of her up until Friday night. I'm not going to stick somebody in the White House after only hearing about him for 2 months.
That's one little thing that Diddy did say that made sense. He goes, this...
Is that the clip that you didn't get me?
No. It was just...
Go ahead, then.
And he just said, one heartbeat away from... We don't know who she is. She's a heartbeat away from running the country. And, how much experience does Obama have? Trey?
He's got 2 years in the Senate.
2 years in the Senate.
What's 2 years in the Senate, 10 years state legislature for Illinois, something like that?
I don't think it's that.
Why do you ask?
I'm saying because she has 2 years as at least a governor. How much different is that? We know Obama.
She's governor of Alaska.
We didn't. Well, yeah, but it's still governor. She's still running stuff and running budgets and keeping cities and Eskimos and dog races. They have dog races.
She married a fisherman.
Stop it.
Is out. What was he? The snow dog racing?
Yes. Actually, the machine dog race.
The only thing he's got going for him now is he's married to a MILF.
She is hot. I saw some old lady, too. They said, is this going to change your opinion on your governor now that her daughter's knocked up? She said, no. It's a rather large lady,
plus size fat bitch.
There you go. And she goes, doesn't have to change my opinion at all. We're Alaskans. We have to stick together. And I'm looking at her going, you have to. Look at you. You have to stick together. Nasty. Who else is going to screw you?
Sometimes I go outside, hike my ass in the air, and hope I get it from one of them polar bears.
No.
They love fish.
Trying to fool them.
Hi. What were you going to say now?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned polar bears. I'd read about Palin over the weekend that she's on the same page with you. She's kind of like, you know what? If a few polar bears get wiped out the process of progress for
drilling,
that's fine. So you guys have that in common. Oh, and she's
just hike my ass here in the air for a couple of seconds. Yeah. Goddamn. Sorry.
And she signed off on a $400,000 appropriation in support of aerial shooting of bears and wolves in Alaska.
Why?
Because I guess they're running amok, and it's okay to rent a chopper and blast them if you want to.
I want to shoot my bears. That's my honey pot. That's right.
That's right. Like your polar bear. Hey.
That's a fish. A couple of years running Alaska, and she wants to shoot bears from a plane. That really doesn't instill any confidence.
Trey, is it any positive that she's runs a state that has a lot of oil in the drilling.
Yeah, she's an expert in conservation, but she also believes in drilling and ANWR.
So obviously you're for this because you've been trying to sell us on this since we got here.
At first I wouldn't, but the more I read about her, and I think it really is going to be a smart pick. I mean, look at, first of all, vice president. I mean, the only thing, it neuters the whole no experience, because Obama really doesn't have...
Slow down, it's okay.
Yeah, everyone's saying she's a heartbeat away and she doesn't have any experience. Neither is Obama, really. I mean, he's been in the Senate for 2 years, but most of that he's been campaigning to run for president.
But he's been in one of the mainland states where people live.
Well, she's run a successful... I mean,
where they have crackheads, according to P. Diddy.
Yeah.
She cleaned up the Alaskan government. It runs at a surplus. She's run a successful business.
How many people could be in the Alaskan government? 4?
They still have a state legislature.
So? What is that, 2 senators?
That's national.
What do they have?
I don't know an exact number of count. She just...
Well, you make it sound like it was something that was run by the Russians, and she went in there and took Alaska back.
Well, with her aerial killing prowess, she probably could.
Well, you have to thin. That's because you have to gain management. You have to thin the herd every now and then.
All right. You talking about the Bears?
Yes.
Or what P. Diddy was talking about? There's so many different variables coming in here.
I know.
That would explain the lack of practice.
Break here?
Yes.
You okay?
Yes.
All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Afternoon show is found right here, the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
That looks photoshopped.
This is just a website, Hollywood Newsroom, and it says that's
Governor Palin?
Uh-huh. They say it's real, but you never know, it's internet. So.
That one's a little iffy.
Isn't?
She's wearing a low-cut blue blouse and a mini skirt. A short enough a skirt for her seal to show.
Well, she hasn't always been in government. I mean, she was mayor of a town for like 5 years, and before that, she ran a fishing business. And
yeah.
Oh, now they're sending naked pictures supposedly of her. It's an old one, very old.
I don't think
that doesn't look like her to me.
That looks like the chick from Seinfeld.
Yeah, Lorraine.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
That's who that looks like. She needs to shave her seal.
Leave her seal alone.
All right, Dan, what do you got?
All right, traffic this time is brought to us by Cantina Laredo and also by Don Davis Auto. In Dallas, 35 southbound at Commonwealth, there's an accident blocking the right lane, has it backed up to Regal Grove. Also, Dallas, 183 eastbound, before you get to 35, there's a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. Right now, it just has it stacked up to Mockingbird, but that obviously could get worse. And also in Dallas, I-20 westbound at Hampton Road, there's an accident on the left shoulder. Tarrant County right now looking kind of okay. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley. I'm the Russ Martin Show.
Dan, cooling off just a little bit thanks to the hurricane. Mid-70s for the low, only mid-80s tomorrow with some showers popping up here and there. We're at 90 now at Live 105.3.
All right. Ready to finish news now?
Yeah. I got a real quick email here. It's, hey, Russ, my buddies and I were talking about your show the other day, and I told them...
Oh, I saw that laying on the counter. Dan, did you find the website?
Yes.
Send me the link. Go ahead.
One of my favorite things you've done was playing the computer voice thing. I don't use that website anymore. Bring it back, buddy. It's Carl wrote it.
Why are you laughing, Trey?
Honestly, I'd forgotten about that.
I did, too.
I remember.
I don't think I've used this in 4 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it the AT&T site?
Yeah.
All right. What were you going to say, Trey?
Yeah, I remember the itchy trigger claw.
I think I got more options on it now.
What can you do?
All right, it's got different names. English. They took the Hispanic guy off.
Oh. Replace him with anybody good?
They've got different English accents. They've got a couple in Spanish, German, French. Why they took him off?
I don't know. To replace him with somebody else will be different.
What if somebody bitched about it?
That's what I'm thinking. There's this guy in Dallas having too much fun with these voices.
No, that's not what it's somebody would go, it's stereotypical of the Hispanic community. We don't all talk like that. Well, not all white people talk with Southern accents.
No, certainly not. I can't imagine anybody being upset about it.
Why'd they take him off?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to do some research to find out. I like the Frito Bandito they took off because he was,
He's a bandito. They had banditos.
I know they had banditos, but they didn't want him stealing Fritos from people. Put the gun down and drop the Fritos. Speeding of violence,
why is that disparaging to the Hispanic community?
Because we don't all steal.
Well, they didn't say all of them steal. They said banditos steal.
Frito Bandito.
And that's all. He's not even stealing cash.
Didn't they get upset about the Taco Bell dog, too, or something or other?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that protest.
Yeah, I remember some of that.
Well, I don't think Taco Bell pulled those spots because they ran the piss out of that talking Chihuahua.
But there were protests.
You want a couple of passes on this one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hang on a second. Mm-hmm. And let's see.
Your typing has gotten better.
Thank you for helping me kill time.
That I used to just henpeck with one finger.
Not to be nosy, but did that all get entered in?
I don't know why.
Because I didn't see the screen up on there for you.
Yeah.
Lord.
What?
Just wait to see what we have here.
Maybe next time when you pick a vice president, you'll ask if she raised a horn.
Oh, Jesus. That's even funny. Was that English?
That was the English accent.
Oh.
See if I can just reload it.
Maybe next time when you pick a vice president, you'll ask if she raised a horn.
Not raise a whore. Girl's 17 and got pregnant. Obama was quick to come out and go, my mother was 18 when I was born, so,
Yeah, Obama's that's not a wagon. He's going to hook up to.
No, absolutely not. We're going to play with different accents or go back with the English guy. I don't know what makes things funny when it's in the English accent.
Now, let me...
Booty, booty, booty. Rocking everywhere.
I get that right.
Yeah.
I like the English accent.
Well, everything's funnier when it comes to an English accent.
I was listening to Sean Hannity on the way home yesterday, and Pastor Manning must have been, because he actually got mentioned on a national radio show.
On Sean Hannity?
Uh-huh.
Well, what'd he say?
Oh, he said that, that Manning has gone after Obama's family, and that's not supposed to do that, and that he disapproved of the way Manning handled things.
All right. Very exciting. Happy for Manning.
See if you can sneak a 40 ounce with my Lone Star card.
It'll sound like a BBC report.
All right, Trey's going to be the only one to get this. Lord.
Inside jokes again?
Sort of.
What'd you just...
Normally I wouldn't let this one, the GD air, but I'm going to let this one go.
Give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. And make it quick. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
I get that one.
All right, I'll take more with this later. I'll play it again.
Give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper. And make it quick. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
All right. 5:18, Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. Well, protesters attacked delegates, smashed windows, punctured car tires, and threw bottles in a violent counterpoint to an otherwise peaceful anti-war march at the Republican National Convention. Police arrested at least 256 people. St. Paul Police Chief John Harrington says about 180 protesters who were not part of the main anti-war march caused the trouble. Jerry Lewis's annual Labor Day telethon raised a record $65 million yesterday.
I spaced that was on at all. I didn't watch any of it. I watched the hurricane coverage. What? How much did they raise?
$65 million one day.
Is that up?
Yes, it is. It's actually, which of course it benefits Muscular Dystrophy Association. This year's record was about $1.2 million more than what it raised last year. Jerry actually said, each year I tell myself this has got to be it. There's no way we can do better. Then the following year, I'm astounded to see that generosity driven by love and compassion has a greater capacity than I thought possible.
Yeah, Channel 5 did the live coverage from this end of it from Lone Star Park with their anchor.
Mike Snyder?
Mm-hmm. Hurricane Mike, we call him.
He get bigger?
He should show up on radar somewhere. He's fine until they get him a full body shot and he turns sideways. Then it's like the horses are loose.
Hang on, I just typed in another one.
A big hand from my band, Sexual Chocolate.
Oh, God.
A big hand from my band, Sexual Chocolate.
All right, that was only funny to me.
I enjoyed it.
So, they got, looks like a Middle Eastern.
Oh, no. No.
Go ahead and finish the story.
No.
Go ahead while I type.
No, all right. The Democratic...
I meant with your Mike Snyder story.
It's just that Mike was there doing his regular thing. With the horse, it just seemed appropriate that the wide shot showed the horse track in the background, that's all. And every time he'd throw it to somebody else, he'd look like a normal-sized person, and you'd come back to him and he'd be like, oh, Jesus. But he doesn't look that way when he's sitting at the desk for whatever reason.
Well, that's why he's got an anchor desk.
But he should not host this. Anyway, they went back. They raised a lot of money. It looked like a very good event for them. But it's appropriate. It was Lone Star Park.
All right, here's the Indian chick.
Oh.
I do like a doggy style. Pinch my ass while you give it to me, Rufus.
Play that again.
What?
Play that again.
Let me reload it.
I do like a doggy style.
Yes.
Pinch my ass while you give it to me, Rufus.
Okay, well, that was fun. No more of those.
We do one more.
Oh, no. Please don't.
Rufus.
Try this one.
Oh, God.
You overcooked my Pop-Tart. You overcooked my Pop-Tart.
Oh, I stuck a comma in there. That's why.
I had to laugh when they were talking about the hurricane. The two things they sold out of first in all the supplies were water and Pop-Tarts. I don't know why that was odd. Just obviously you can eat it in a car. It's portable, but it was just interesting.
That's a great story.
Well, thought it was fun.
Tell it again.
There was this hurricane coverage story.
Tell me this time.
Geraldo is doing a play-by-play. Somebody, I don't know if they'd fallen into, well, I guess they fell in. There's no reason to get into it. And Geraldo's freaking out. Nobody can hear him.
Why? What?
He's on the banks, and there's a guy probably 100 yards away in the water, and Geraldo's screaming, he's in the water! Why don't you go get him?
No.
There's a guy with a life vest, and I think he was one of the rescuers, and he fell in, or they purposely, I think they had to go in, and there was some type of natural gas tank that was beaten on up against the levees.
Ooh.
And I believe they had to go in and pull that away.
Yeah. Once again, Geraldo's right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
where's he doing these days? Because I never hear about him.
I think he's on Fox News.
Yes.
On a regular basis?
Yeah, he has on point with Geraldo or some crap like that.
Why does he get in the middle of these?
You guys talk about this back and forth all that time. Something.
I just wonder why he gets in the middle of this crap and then wants to get right. Nobody else was on the edge of those levees and pushed their camera in literally almost into the ocean.
Because he wants that tough guy image that he's not afraid of anything.
It's a Yahoo image.
Hey, is a sheriff 1R or 2?
2. I don't know why he's on TV at all.
Good.
Well, again, it just looked odd that he pushed his cameraman up and he kept telling him closer. I don't want to. You do it. All right, mustache man.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, makes Sheriff Buford T. Justice look like a possum's baker.
Yeah. Quite a good time with this, aren't you?
It's a little slow. Gotta read something down. I'll tap another one in.
Okay, word. The Democratic Convention appears to have helped solidify support for Barack Obama among former Hillary Clinton supporters, with the percent saying they will vote for Obama in November, moving from 70% pre-convention to 81% after the convention, and the percent certain to vote for Obama jumping from 47 to 65%. Preference for the general election, they did a breakout by race.
Hang on, here's another one.
That hoe be crazy in bed. She crapped on my beagle.
Crapped on my beagle?
That hoe be crazy in bed. She crapped on my beagle.
I'm sorry, go ahead with your poll, Dan.
Yeah.
Is this the Gallup poll?
Yes, it is.
Blacks don't like McCain at all.
No. I had no idea. Was this that one-sided?
Yeah. At all.
No.
Yeah, the they refer to it in their Gallup poll as non-Hispanic black.
And then that's another thing I don't get is they had to categorize all the different races: non-Hispanic white, non-Hispanic black, and Hispanic. And I don't know why you have to throw that in as a qualifier. Why can't you just say white, black, Hispanic?
They did it all the way down the poll, though. I have no idea why you'd have to say no.
And the percentages, I think, for August, well, it's been throughout almost the entire campaign with McCain. I think the black support was 2 to 5%.
Yeah, you got it. John McCain, non-Hispanic black support, 2%. Barack Obama, 93.
And back in June, it was 4%. It really hadn't changed much. It's gone down.
I mean, Bush set a record for that.
Who did?
Bush for non-Hispanic black, but he only got like 9%.
You don't have to say non-Hispanic. We know that blacks are non-Hispanic. That's why we call them blacks. Same thing with whites.
For black support, but he only got like 9%. I mean, that's not...
Why don't they say non-Hispanic Indians? Non-Hispanic Jews. You run down the whole list. I don't understand why you have to qualify it as non-Hispanic blank.
So for the most part, blacks aren't going to vote for McCain no matter what?
They normally vote more Democratic anyway, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So more liberal? Would it be?
More endeared to just the Democratic Party. It's just been that way. I mean, I really... because the Democrats are seen, going back to the 60s when the Democrats were seen as the ones who prompted the Civil Rights Movement and Civil Rights Act and everything else.
Well, that being said, then, I guess really the fact that Obama's black is not going to sway the vote that much more because they're going to vote Democratic anyway.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Okay, so let's
shut up for a second.
My pimp got some new wheels. I hope it has a big trunk.
God. Russell.
That one sounds good with an English accent.
No, it doesn't.
My pimp got some new wheels. I hope it has a big trunk.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Did you want any more of the demographic breakout stuff?
Ellis, there was something interesting that I missed.
No, there's nothing really this
I
lopsided
realized,
like that.
Yeah, it was that drastic as far as the black support.
Yep, the lower 90% to the just 2%.
And the white breakout was about even for both McCain and
all the way around.
Except in the younger demographics, McCain had a higher lead in the Gallup poll.
Correct.
As you got older, obviously McCain kicks in.
Oh yeah, he's somebody you know.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Well, I know that this can be hard to hear, but if you're unhappy with the size of your male member, there's nothing you can do about it. A man in his 20s from southern Malaysia put a metal nut on his member because he hoped it would stretch it out. Only problem was that once he became aroused, the metal nut got stuck on there, and in order to remove it, doctors had to cut away a layer of skin and then drain blood from it.
Dude, get a vacuum pump.
None of that works. None of it.
Well, it's going to come closer to working than hanging nuts off your wing.
Where was he from again?
Malaysia.
Yeah, they probably don't have the vacuum pumps there, so we just get the big old lug nut.
But they got AutoZones.
Well, they got AutoZones, sure. They got trucks.
Well, then hang a tire iron from it.
Oh, my God.
God. Did he have a small, like a, what do they call it?
Micro penis?
Yeah, one of the micro penises?
They didn't say.
It's really, mine's pathetic in both states. Actually, a 5-state region. But I'm not going to sit there and yank on it to try and get it to look bigger just to be a show-off.
They didn't say whether or not he was a micro man, but they actually have it in the story that a micro penis is, when you're roused, just over 2 inches. So that would classify you as micro.
That would just be sad.
That's that long.
Yeah, would you ever even want to
That's with an erection?
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever?
Yeah, I think I'd hang auto parts from that.
An engine.
Yeah.
A car.
You got a 351 Windsor back there. I can hang off of this.
Why would you ever want to go on a date ever? Because at some point sex is going to come up and you're going to have to go, all right, before we go any further.
You're going to have to give them the heads up.
I got to tell you something. And
Good news and bad news.
You can't get pregnant.
Oh, so you had a vasectomy.
No reason to waste the cash.
Well, how can I not get pregnant then? I don't understand.
I'm going to show you.
Okay, let me see.
Let me back up.
Oh, that. I can't wait to see this.
No? Maybe don't look as bad far off.
Oh.
Maybe I should shove it in your face.
Let me see it. Let me see. We got to have sex.
I can't imagine having a
just
micro penis.
That would just be so. Because at that moment, you would never want to have sex. You would never want to go on a date because eventually it's going to turn to sex, and you're going to have to, and you're going to be embarrassed. She's going to laugh, then Yeah,
you're going to drop your trousers. What happened? Hey.
Oh, no, you wouldn't say that.
You're not interested in me? Baby, I'm as interested as I can get.
Oh, that's pathetic. But again,
I don't even think you could feel that going in. I don't think he could feel it.
And if you put on any weight at all, forget it. Sex is out.
Why?
Just because the fatter you are, the smaller it is.
What is line 2?
Apparently, Mark Davis was making a comment about Sarah Palin's looks last week sometime.
Is that the governor?
Yes.
Not the kid. Yes, Ray.
Hey, boss. The Mark Davis show, he made a comment last week that she was a hottie with a librarian nasty glasses on. Quote, unquote, nasty glasses.
Was this Friday? Is that what you said?
It was last week, Mark Davis.
Well, I got that. Was this after she had already been announced? Because he had no reason to talk about her leading up to that. Nobody had a freaking clue.
Yeah, it was after she was announced. Well, no, he had it about...
All right, thanks.
I heard part of that. I didn't hear the nasty glasses, but I heard he repeated over and over and over. She's very hot. Very, very hot. Hot.
Is he...
Mark, relax.
Is he pro-Governor Palin?
Yes, very much. Mm-hmm. Yes, very much.
She very much fits into what they
But nobody knows who she is.
But people will.
And again, if I only know somebody for a couple of months, I'm not going to go to the what do they call it thing?
Polling place.
The voting booth.
Voting booth.
I'm not going to go with that and cast my ballot for her.
Well, you're not casting your ballot.
At least I know who Joe Biden is.
True. But she's got about as much... the argument can be made...
That's a hard one to argue.
Well, it's like most people didn't know Dan Quayle in '88.
Did he win?
Yeah. But
you mean as vice president?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to think of something else to type.
Don't type anything else. You've done enough damage.
All right, read something else, Dan.
Okay. Oil prices plunged to the lowest level in 5 months Tuesday, falling to within sight of $100 a barrel on signs that Hurricane Gustav only grazed U.S. energy infrastructure in the Gulf. Virtually all oil and natural gas production remained shut down in the Gulf of Mexico as energy companies began assessing damage to offshore platforms, rigs, and pipelines. It was too soon to say when output might resume, though some oil companies were preparing to redeploy evacuated personnel as early as tomorrow.
How we doing, Chloe?
Break in a minute.
All right. Here, I'll make this the last one.
What?
I hit the delay.
Okay.
Why is it stinging?
I don't know.
Well, damn it, now I'm curious.
You want to hear it again? I got plenty of delay left.
I guess we got enough delay.
I don't know if anybody can tell what's going on. Let me do one more.
I can't even dance around that one. Help you. Nothing even.
I bet you gave Gavin a heart attack.
Yeah.
Gavin Spittle pees like a chick.
We need a break. All right. Be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me, who's playing tricks on me.
Here it's juvenile.
It is juvenile.
I don't know why it's funny to me if it's a voice synthesizer. I get more out of it.
Well, the chicken claw was quite humorous. But enough's enough. Had your fun.
No.
Gavin Spittle has a pussy. Cat.
Well, he does.
It actually does have the Spanish accents. I thought it was only in Spanish. Oh, let's see what this one sounds like.
Gavin Spittle has a pussy. Cat.
What was that one? It says Latin American Spanish. You want to hear it in German?
Sure.
Gavin Spittle has a pussy. Cut.
All right, I take it back. It's not juvenile. That was funny. Why is that? Why do different accents make things funny?
I don't know. That's why Monty Python was funny.
Yeah.
Gavin Spittle has a pussy. Cut.
Does it have a French one?
Yeah. You want the male or the female?
Female.
All right.
Gavin Spittle a un pussy. Car.
Well, I gotta hear the guy do it now.
Gavin Spittle a un pussy. Car.
All right, I'm done.
Bet you're not.
Let the Indian chick do it.
Gavin Spittle has a pussy. Cat.
All right. Ready to finish news, Dan?
Sure.
Okay. 5:48. Dan's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. Well, do you ever get the feeling that some of the news we get from foreign media sources just might be completely made up? Yesterday, Russia's state news agency, RIA Novosti, announced that on Sunday, Vladimir Putin saved a camera crew from an escaped tiger by shooting it with a tranquilizer dart.
Totally made up.
Why didn't they just say that he choked it out?
Stared it down.
I pooted. I pooted.
Lovely.
That one didn't come out well. Let's try the Indian chick.
I booted.
Yeah, that worked. According to RIA Novosti, Putin was at Ussuriski Nature Preserve in eastern Russia when a tiger got loose and charged at a group of journalists. Allegedly, Putin jumped into action, pulled out a tranquilizer gun, and shot the tiger with a dart just before it was able to maul the men.
I floated an air biscuit. I floated an air biscuit.
Prim and proper.
When the tiger nodded off, Putin...
Sorry.
Fart getting out of the tub? Putin kneeled down next to it.
I loaded an air biscuit.
Stop it.
All right.
He kneeled down next to it, patted it on the head, and said goodbye.
This tranquilizer gun he just carries around from time to time.
Well, if you're at a nature preserve, you're the prime minister of a major country.
Who was the camera crew?
It doesn't say. It just said a group of journalists.
Why would they release that story? Why concoct it unless it really happened?
Just to make him look rough and tough and tumble and all the other stuff they did with his shirt off.
He shot the tiger with a tranquilizer dart.
Well, but
how's that rough and tumble? If he actually went out there and strangled it.
He sprung into action and saved his TV crew. Well, I guess they're saying anybody else would have had someone else do it. Someone with, I don't know, talent, ability, training.
I don't get it.
What would he be doing? Why would he jump into action being the prime minister? Wouldn't you think the first action the people around him would be to get him the hell out of there with a lion loose?
Isn't he a sportsman?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's good propaganda.
It's good propaganda because it's a made-up story.
Well, let's say if they're going to release propaganda, say he went out there, he strangled a tiger and shoved it on his head. What? Like Carmen Miranda, only a tiger.
Nobody's going to believe that.
And before all that, he ripped his shirt off and flexed.
No one's going to believe that story. But just the fact that he grabbed the tranquilizer gun, I'll do it. Stand back.
Misfire.
I'll bet you there's some Russians that'll believe it.
Oh, they'll buy because they want to believe it.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Okay, and speaking of Russia warned the West on Monday against supporting Georgia's leadership, suggesting that the United States carried weapons as well as aid to the ex-Soviet republic and calling for an arms embargo until the Georgian government falls.
I actually saw a lot of the Georgian citizens.
Yeah? What are they saying?
With a big protest over the Russian invasion. All in one spot, all holding hands. Really easy to hit.
A little tighter circle, please.
Why do you think that a protest is going to change anything? And why put all yourselves in one spot?
Yeah, why not protest at, various points over a quarter mile?
Yeah, if you're going to protest the Russians, you better learn dodge and weave.
Zigzag, man.
And what's it going to do? The Russians didn't care. They came through the bushes while we were filming them. The crews, the TV crews.
That was still one of those moments. One of the American journalists is doing a shot on the Russian-Georgian border. All of a sudden, here comes a Russian tank through the trees. And then, because the Georgians know they can't shoot at the Russians because they're pissed off,
right,
they shoot at the media.
The media ain't got no guns. Look at them.
I'm not shooting at that tank.
The guys with the cameras. Idiots.
What is line one?
He says he works at an exotic game preserve.
Is this about the tiger?
Exactly.
Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Hey, boss, I was going to tell you, I live on an exotic game ranch, and we tranquilize animals all the time, and it takes anywhere from 5, 10, up to 30 minutes to put an animal to sleep. So if the tiger was attacking, he didn't, drop it immediately.
So they don't have anything that's more immediate, because why would you carry a tranquilizer gun if it's not going to immediately put the animal down so you can get the hell out of there?
It's like any other medication. It just takes time to get into because it's an intermuscular injection when you hit it with that dart, and it just takes time to go through the body. I mean, there's nothing that drops it like you see on TV.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Ready, Dan?
Yeah.
All right,
Phew, it's ugly out there. Dallas right now, 183 eastbound, right outside the building, actually. I saw in the commercial break there. Right before you get to 35, there's a disabled vehicle. And I did see an ambulance en route. That has everyone back up the Regal Road, and that's just going to get worse. Also, Dallas I-30 eastbound before Industrial, another disabled vehicle. That one's blocking the right lane. And in Dallas, you can expect stop-and-go traffic north and southbound on 75 between 635 and Woodall Rogers. And in Garland, I-30 eastbound before Dow Rock, the two left lanes are closed due to a crash. That has you backed up to Rose Hill. Again, that one's just going to get worse. And in Mesquite, 635 northbound at Highway 80, the two right lanes are closed because of a crash there. There's a lot going on, man. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Mid-70s, full load tonight. Showers popping up again today and tomorrow. Going to be cooling off a bit. Mid-80s tomorrow only. We have 88 now at Live 105.3.
My what?
You're going to keep playing the voice synthesizer thing all day.
I've already seen all the news. There's nothing to listen to during the breaks.
Things are happening all over the world.
I've seen
Russia, Georgia.
I've seen the hurricane coverage. I've seen that McCain picked a MILF. Obviously can't keep tabs on her daughter.
I got a new one as far as that goes, though.
Of what?
The daughter and the things at the convention.
She working the crowd?
Stop it. Russell. Stop. Stop at your synthesized voice thing.
You don't want to hear the latest one I typed in?
Oh, Lord.
I do.
Okay.
Me too.
I hiccuped in my clam queefed and farted out a chicken with a sombrero with dingleberries on the brim.
I'm dizzy.
I hiccuped in my clam queefed and farted out a chicken with a sombrero with dingleberries on the brim.
Let me try it with a black voice.
I hiccuped, and my clam queefed and farted out a chicken with a sombrero with dingleberries on the brim.
What else could I try that with?
Oh, stop.
Let's try the UK guy.
I hiccuped and my clam queefed and farted out a chicken with a sombrero with dingleberries on the brim.
Stop it.
Okay.
Enough.
Don't know.
No!
French lady.
The what?
French.
The French it doesn't translate well.
But the German.
No, it gets a little too muffled.
Yeah.
So far, the British guy and the Indian chick are the best.
Stop with it.
All right.
Good. All right.
Go ahead, Dan.
Damn it.
Now, what's going on with Governor Kalen's daughter?
Well, Bristol Palin, that's her 17-year-old pregnant daughter. Bristol Palin's boyfriend plans to join the family of the Republican vice presidential candidate at the convention in Minnesota. Levi Johnston's mother said her 18-year-old son left Alaska Tuesday morning to join the Palin family in St. Paul. Sherry Johnston also said there has been no pressure put on her son to marry Bristol Palin. Johnston said the two teens already had plans to marry before they knew she was pregnant.
Why would you let your daughter get married at 17?
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? There's people who get married at 17.
It's a PR spin just so the governor doesn't look like she raised a whore.
It's saying she's a whore.
I didn't say she was. I said so it doesn't look like she raised one.
No. This is...
And they're saying, and you know what? McCain might have known about this because he knows that Obama's campaign's not going to come after him since Obama's mom was 18 when he was born.
Of course. This is not going to be that big of a deal in the long run.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's something that the media is focusing on because it's funny.
Quit calling her or saying she might be a whore.
And they never said they were going to let her marry at 17 before, I'm sure, like high school sweethearts, and they were like, as soon as we get out of high school, we're going to get married. That happens all the time.
Why wouldn't you
in small
educate your child with something more than abstinence? Obviously, your plan as governor doesn't work.
That's the hardest. Yeah, that's the hardest thing here because if she only, which she apparently does, but she has abstinence and her own daughter turns up pregnant, maybe you ought to reassess just a hair. But
and that's she's a big proponent of that's all you teach in the high schools is abstinence.
She's going to bring back a lot of the conservatives though, that lovely anti-abortion stance that she has. They love it.
I typed in one more thing in the voice synthesizer. I'm going to have to hit the delay, though.
Russell!
Those are the good ones.
Huh?
So those are the good ones.
Yeah. Maybe we can make these available online. All right, here it comes.
Oh, dear Lord. You are so sick. Stop with the typing.
Only Chloe will laugh at this one. Hold on. I'm going to turn it back on.
You in there with the cowboy hat.
Okay, I don't get
Hey,
that.
goes with the clip I played earlier.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear it because of the delay. So you can't piece the two together. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. President Bush will tell Republicans tonight that the aftermath of the terrorist attacks of September 11th means voters must elect Senator John McCain of Arizona as president to protect America. In a brief address to the Republican National Convention, Bush will devote the first part of his remarks to thanking workers. The president has been scheduled to be the main speaker at the convention Monday night, but of course he canceled to travel to the region where Gustav had blown around.
My chicken has herb sores.
Supposed to be herpy.
Oh.
Not all these translate.
My chicken has herpes sores.
You don't like it? Stop laughing at it.
I'm just a chicken with herpes sores is funny.
All right. Good then.
I think it was funny that Bush, very brief statement tonight. Yeah, really quick. Like, we'll give you got 15, 16 seconds. Go ahead.
We'd like to maybe not carry it.
And he's going to be in the area where the storm hit. That's like in the middle of nowhere. Perfect. Set up a Geraldo in a truck.
Why would Trey? Is there any advantage to McCain to have Bush associated with any of this?
Not really.
All right. So you think possibly they didn't even want him there?
They love
Republicans,
the hurricane. They love the hurricane.
Republicans what?
The people that are there, yeah, they want him. But as far as the nation goes, no, he's not good to be associated with the campaign. I mean, he's running it, I think today is a 28% approval rating.
I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah. So it's just better. He's a liability right now.
All right. But he's going to spend this night talking about, the fact that as far as, terrorism, he's going to bring that back in tonight because that's what the Democrats apparently are soft on. He's going to say, you put McCain in there, he's going to make sure we don't get attacked again.
And you know what? That's a valid argument is, have we been lucky since 01 or have they just given up on us? And I seriously doubt the terrorists decided to just take a respite.
We'll take some time off. You're right. It's just a matter of, and even he uses the term, it's a matter of time. But the problem is the Democrats are going to come back and go, oh, scare tactics. We've seen these before. They're very cute.
Well, everybody used scare tactics on both sides. And again, have we just been fortunate for the past, 7 years? Or have the terrorists just decided to move on?
Oh, I think we've done some really good intel, and we've stopped a lot of things that could have potentially happened.
And that's, I really do think that's who do you want in the chair the next time, we're attacked? Who's going to actually come back?
Yeah, I don't want somebody that's going to sit there and try and negotiate, and that sounds more of the template that Obama would use.
Mm-hmm. I want someone that's going to say, start the military and let's start moving wherever we need to go.
Plus, I want McCain and that MILF in the White House.
Why?
Just knowing that she's sitting on some of those chairs.
Would you stop with that?
She's hot.
I know she's very hot. And, speaking of...
And if Mark Davis said that, he's dead on. That's a nasty school teacher look.
Well, she pulls her hair up in the bun, and she puts on the little glasses, and she has a look. Stop it! What's wrong? Could be the vice president.
Cougar in the White House.
Will you stop?
The first cougar.
Cougar won.
With the cougar
Put big claws at the end of her wings.
I give up.
Why?
Just because. Leave her alone.
And now she's got her daughter who's already a cougar in training.
Will you quit? She's not 17, the
you're
daughter.
Right, man. That's like same family, 2 MILFs.
Yeah.
Stop it, all of you. Vice president.
You know what? It really brings a
I didn't pick her, and I didn't try and teach her daughter abstinence. You give them more tools than just saying fight nature.
No, and they're just going to embrace it, which I think is the only thing you can do. They're going to bring the kid to the potential husband, father to the convention. You can't hide. You might as well bring it. Can you imagine there'll be a 17?
That's the best thing that they've done is not try and do some type of cover up or a spin beyond just making the kids get married. It's like when Obama and Reverend Wright, that whole fiasco surfaced. Obama just tried to dance around it. All he had to say was, you know what, I screwed up. I was with a guy, and I didn't want to bring it up because I knew that it was going to be the focal point for a long time. I blew it. That's done. Reporters can't ask you anything else because you've already addressed everything that they were going to cover.
You'd have a lot more respect for him if he'd done that. He just kept hoping that would go away.
What is it, Trey?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, just...
What?
Only funny to me.
Stop laughing in here.
Sorry.
Thank you. Go ahead. You over there.
That ain't cool. You want to know any more about the Levi Johnston, the father of Bristol Palin's daughter?
The fisherman?
No, this is the 18-year-old.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What about him?
The New York Daily News and the New York Post, Alfie sent me some of this. Apparently, up until yesterday, his MySpace page was still public. And part of it in the headline, it actually reads, I'm an effing redneck, like to snowboard and ride dirt bikes, but I live to play hockey. I like to go camping, hang out with the boys, do some fishing, do some S, and just effing chilling, I guess. Yeah, F with me, I'll kick your ass, he added. He also claims to be in a relationship, but states, I don't want kids.
Yeah, that's who we want hanging out at the White House press conferences.
And this is the kid that's going to the...
Because, he's gonna be in the fray the entire time if they get married.
He has to be.
And I looked him up on MySpace. It's now private. But in his little headline thing off to the right, it says, F the media. And then if you want to learn the real story, go to my blog. And he just goes on.
You're talking about a kid who calls himself a redneck. He's a hockey player from Alaska. You're not going to get a whole lot of PC clips from him. I pray to God that this kid gets in front of a camera.
Part of the problem. Well, the other thing is, forget about the whole VP nomination. She was still governor. And this kid's posting all that crap. And I'm sure in Alaska they knew there was a relationship between this kid and the governor's daughter.
I didn't think about that. You're right. But again, maybe in Alaska it's just different. It's just rough and tumble, and that's just the way they live. And it's down here probably not cool. You're right. It was Governor Perry's daughter or whatever.
Let me try this next one I typed in.
My wombat has a runny grunt.
Run that by me again.
Try a different voice. Maybe it'll be easier to understand.
I got most of it.
My wombat has the runny grunt.
Stop typing.
Try this one.
My wombat, great big old teats.
I left a word out. Try it again.
Oh, my God.
My wombat has great big old teats.
Good to know for you. You and your wombat and the other problem your wombat has.
Dan, you want to move on in the news?
Sure. I'm sorry. I'm reading this kid's blog in the comments.
Print it out during the next break.
Okay.
All right. What is one of them?
He's just talking about, the media's messing with our life, blah, 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 unborn child, soon to be, new family since we're getting married. The first comment is, I'm the real father.
You know what? That's the first time I've heard anybody bring that up is, are there any other candidates?
Why would you allow people to post comments on your blog? I have the first one. I'm the real father. That's all it said.
I'm sorry. You're enjoying this way too much, Dan.
Oh,
you obviously don't like her.
No, I have nothing against her. I don't know who I'm voting for yet. I think this is exciting. This may bring new life to Saturday Night Live if they get to the White House. I mean, this is
it's going to be like
sitcom.
Mama's Family.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this Saturday. Are they live now, Saturday Night Live? Or are they in reruns?
I don't care. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. The shocking details of Amy Winehouse's drug use emerged Sunday night, including a report that she binged on crystal meth and may have brain damage after a 36-hour marijuana marathon. Good for her.
Who is this?
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
The singer, who's 24, suffered 2 major overdoses with such bad convulsions that they were like a scene from The Exorcist. And her body is so frail from drug use that doctors were scared she would break bones during a fit. A close friend of Amy Winehouse's warned medics that one more overdose will probably kill her. A friend revealed...
Now, I've got her on my Deadpool, right?
You do. Her first overdose in August of 2007 was from cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, ketamine, and crystal meth. She was advised to see a shrink after displaying multiple personality traits that made her a suicide risk. And her second overdose was in July when she inhaled an inhuman amount of marijuana that left her vomiting uncontrollably and hallucinating.
I didn't know you could snort pot.
No, I mean, not snorting it through her nose, just inhaling, like smoking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And medics are worried Amy's brain was damaged by the cannabis overdose. She displayed symptoms normally associated with schizophrenia.
You're going to run away with this one.
I don't think she's ever going to die.
She's got to be damned close.
You would think. I mean, after all of this.
And if they're right, and she's got brain damage, then she's not cognitive of what's going on around her, and that's why she's just continued to get worse. Especially you got blood being delivered to your house on a regular basis, and you got other things in the event that you have another OD. Why don't you just get the drugs out? And you can save money on the blood.
To me, she's just a medical marvel because I would think any other person on the planet would have already died from all this stuff.
Would have shut down. I didn't know you could overdose on dope. I think you could.
You can OD on almost anything. Drink enough water and die. Why not pot?
I guess so.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Voiceover master Don LaFontaine has died. He was 68. LaFontaine, known as the king of voiceovers, died Monday afternoon at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in
Los Angeles. Is that the guy from the insurance commercials?
Yes, it is.
Or he did the one?
Yes.
The Inner World.
Yeah.
All right, good.
He passed away following complications from pneumothorax, the presence of air or gas in the pleural cavity, the result of a collapsed lung. The official cause of death has not yet been released.
Sound like he farted in his chest.
I looked it up. That's actually what it is.
Yeah.
Chest fart.
Yeah, that's not something you'd want to release in somebody's obit, died from a chest fart.
And that's why you give it pneumothorax. Give it a better sounding name.
A throat queef.
One man, one fart. Sorry.
A recent survey in Men's Health asked men to rate their skills in the bedroom on a scale of 1 to 10. And here's what they found.
I would rate probably a 2. I tried to get the 0.
Why? On a 1 to 10, you'd be a 2?
Possibly.
You do absolutely nothing. You've said this before. You come in, you just do your business, and get out.
I don't like foreplay. I don't like digging around for G-spots.
Well, I know.
I don't like the mystery. I like to have sex.
I know, but kissing and hugging and caressing.
I'll kiss during the sex, but I don't want to lead up to it.
You don't ever just spend your time kissing around her body, down by her knees, up her legs? Ever? You never do any of that for her?
You have. It was a chick I went out with 4 or 5 years ago that had the stinky poon. That'll make you swear off of it.
Well, I know, but your current doesn't have the
You never ate something and you got sick from it and then you wouldn't touch it again?
Yeah, of course.
That's where I am.
How about just kissing the hands, up the arms, the shoulders, the neck? They love the neck.
I'm not there to kiss around.
All right, well, I'm just saying it's called...
I'm there to get it on.
Romance. As long as she's fine with it, I guess it doesn't matter. As long as you two...
What did most guys rate themselves at?
The majority of men rated themselves as either a 7 or a 8.
Oh, that's fantasy. If most chicks have reported that they don't have orgasms or a small portion do, most guys ain't at a 7 or 8.
Well, but chicks also say that the orgasm's not the only thing. They say that...
Well, they say that because they're not having them.
Well, but they say...
Anytime somebody brings that up, it's not that important to me, or the size isn't really an issue. Both of those things are a problem with them.
It's the intimacy. It's the time spent. It's the love. It's just the caring. Chicks are okay with it, from what I understand. I hope they are. Because I don't care.
You're not helping Joy?
Of course I am, at every possible opportunity. Absolutely.
Do you do it through normal sex, or do you have to strap some things on?
We'll do it. We'll use toys if we need to. Or we'll use extra, appendages. Appendages?
Like what?
Fingers, hands, elbows. Just whatever you can do. Whatever you need to get the job done.
What have you done to that woman where you can get your elbow in there?
I haven't done anything to her. I was being silly. Nothing at all. No. But, whatever it takes. All the tongue, all the fingers.
Stop!
All the whatever it is you need to use to make her excited and have a good time.
That's too big of a struggle.
Well, some people think it's worth it. Worth the time and energy.
At least I'm probably accurate with my rating.
2%. That's only 2%.
Not 2%, a 2.
I know, but 2% of the men think they're a 1 or a 2. So you're certainly in the lower percent.
I tried my best to get down to 0.
How would you want to be a 0?
Because your expectation is a lot lower.
How many people thought they were the best?
Just over 5% of men rated themselves a 10.
That's fantasy. Nobody's a 10.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Well, ladies, what would you do if you had a wiener for a day?
Gavin, what would you do?
I have one.
For a day?
Yeah, is it run out in 6 hours? Why are you at work?
No.
Dude, you're wasting time. Daylight's burning. There are campfires you can be putting out right now.
I have a very good one.
Okay.
Permanent.
All right. Congratulations. Lee Stone?
No, permanent.
What does it say? I think I'd seen this story a long time ago.
I think that this is one of those surveys that they do on a semi-regular basis.
And who did this one?
This is a place called The Frisky.
Okay.
It's a website, I believe.
And what did Frisky say?
Well, they said that most women, according to their website, said they would pee standing up or use a urinal. They'd pee outdoors and write their name in the snow.
All right.
Others would pleasure themselves. Some would have someone kick them in the crotch to understand why men are such wimps about it. That I wish could happen.
Luckily, that's short-lived, but it's just so intense right when you get kicked in the balls that you... I remember the first time I racked myself on my bicycle. I was out in front of one of the banks on Buckner Boulevard, and I was laying in the middle of the road, crotch down, just hoping to hell that somebody in a car would plow me down.
You have no idea what pain is. We go through pain every month.
There is no pain you can equate with getting kicked in the balls.
I agree, but chicks have no concept of that. I even had chicks.
And the downside is, you get kicked in the balls, you got about half a second before it kicks in. So there's that anticipation for that short period of time.
You know it's coming.
Where you can't stand it. And then it kicks in and it delivers.
And the worst one is have you get nauseous?
Yeah. That's what happened when it was in front of Trinity Savings and Loan. I was on my bicycle. I racked myself, and I just laid in the middle of Buckner Boulevard, just waiting on the delivery truck. What can Brown do for me? Do we need a break? Yeah. All right, we'll be back.
To the Russ Martin Show. No disclaimer necessary here. Number one. Period. The Russ Martin Show. Martin Show.
Yeah, there's no way for me to hear that voice synthesizer line I typed in.
No.
You can't really substitute anything else for that, because then it's not funny.
So let it go then.
Maybe I could cut it out when it gets to that word. You have to be pretty quick. I'll work on it later. All right, Dan. Finish up whatever you got.
Okay. Well, since 2004, the number of kidnappings in Mexico has risen by 40%. So in order to help find their kids, just in case they're kidnapped, a lot of parents in Mexico have started implanting their kids with GPS tracking devices. The chip is about the size of a grain of rice and is implanted into a person's body with a syringe. It sends radio signals to a device with a GPS tracking system, which allows a satellite to pinpoint a kidnapping victim's location. By now, most personal computer users know not to post their social security numbers on the internet or respond to Nigerian emails seeking help with suspicious bank account transfers, but many people still make mistakes that compromise their computer security. You can't be too safe, said Jeff Fox, a technology editor at Consumer Reports. So Fox listed 7 common online blunders that make people vulnerable to viruses and theft and offered tips on how to avoid them. Number 1, assuming your security software is protecting you. People often believe that installing antivirus software once will keep their computer safe forever, but new viruses come out all the time, so it has to be activated properly and updated regularly.
Well, something like, Symantec? Mm-hmm. Those update themselves, I think, on a daily basis. So if you've got that, I think Windows Defender, I'm not sure how accurate or how effective all of those are, but I've got Defender and I think I got Defender, McAfee, and Symantec on one computer.
Which is actually a good idea.
I do a lot of business online.
Apparently you do.
Why so much? It's just a combination.
Of all of them? Okay.
I run one at a time.
Okay.
Sometimes one misses something. Because I do a lot of business online.
Apparently a lot. Well, so you have all those work watching you?
A lot of business.
I was talking to Lee Harris. He, over the 4-day weekend, 3-day weekend, whatever it was, his Hotmail account, and you remember this is Lee, so everything's not completely clear about this story, because Lee kind of tells stories as they didn't really
Why don't you tell me the story, and then I'll figure it out.
His Hotmail account got breached, and then somehow because of that, he uses the same passwords for everything. They got into his eBay and started buying things, and because of that, his checking account, his bank account got broken into. I just couldn't imagine how you do all those things. But somebody get in
Why
there?
would you use the same password for everything?
I have no idea, but he apparently did, especially with something that has to do with money. I mean, I use it on my Hotmail account and my, Verizon account. They have the same password. But when you start talking about a bank, no.
Of the 7 tips, this Jeff Fox from Consumer Reports mentioned, number 3 is using a single password for all online accounts.
Now, they actually have software where you could type in one password, and it'll change it to different passes for all the different websites that you use.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's...
So, like, if you do Chase Bank, you type in the same password every time, and it'll convert it to something else.
So
all you got to do is remember one, but you're not using the same password for all the websites. That's what I do, because I do a lot of business online.
What is up with you in the business online?
Actually, over the weekend, I tell you, I dropped my radar detector in the swimming pool.
Why'd you do that?
There were fish in there running the speed trap.
Why did you drop it in the pool?
Wouldn't the question be how? There was no rationale of why it happened.
Okay, I didn't know. Back in the truck out of the pool. I didn't know what you were doing.
Why would you do that?
I take the radar detector out of the truck every day.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
you have it in your hand.
I'm getting ready to leave on Saturday. I get the radar detector. The dogs want to go out. I take them outside. It's still in my hand. Rocco, big black dog, jumps up, knocks it into the pool.
And does it work anymore?
The display stopped working.
Well, that's pretty useless then.
So I got online and I started looking at just to see what have I got? It's a passport to see if there were any updates, if there was something else I should buy, since obviously I got to replace this one. Got past that, went off on an offshoot. Do you know they make laser jammers?
No. I need one. Every time I go home or come to work, Irving lives on 114. They love that shit. They love my truck for some reason. I've gotten out of a couple of them just in the last 2 weeks.
From what I can, and you've got a whole underworld of people who research these. Supposedly in Texas, it's supposed to be legal to have one. They do nothing but test laser jammers, and they've got other guys that also test them that they blow off as being hacks. There's some guy named Radar Roy nobody likes.
Radar Roy?
And it just slams back and forth on the different sites. You can't believe anything that comes out of these guys because they're taking money from the radar companies.
Radar Roy.
I don't know what Radar Roy's done to piss anybody off, but he seemed to be a big focal point. Dan, don't type that in the internet.
He's big on the blogs. So what do these say? Does he tell you what the jammers are good? Now, jammers, you said, are legal in Texas?
From what I've read. But that was on Radar Roy's website.
Well, you can't trust anything with Radar Roy.
He's
when
like
you wake up.
He's the Chet Atkins of laser.
Will you stop and Chet Atkins?
I think that some of the units run $400 or $500. I just don't know if I got the balls to put something on the front of my truck that's going to jam a cop's laser gun, because if they go to clock you and they get no reading, my vehicle's probably going to get special attention, and so is my ass.
We'll get stopped if they can't prove anything. If nothing came back.
If they can't clock you for a reason, then they're probably going to find some other reason to pull you over. I guess, especially if they think that you're jamming their gun. As a cop, that would piss me the hell off.
That would piss you off, but they could be pissed off all they want. But if it's legal, yeah.
You said in the front of your truck. Does it go actually? Do you mount it like somewhere in the grill?
There, I think a couple of what it does is, from what I understand, this is from Radar Roy. Mm-hmm. They shoot the beam at your vehicle. Mm-hmm. At the same time, you shoot something back at their gun. It's like the two cancel out.
Oh.
You got two up front and one in the rear in case they try and clock your ass. And according to Radar Roy, most of them are effective.
Last thing I remember anything like that, they used to make the bras for a car, like the front hood, that they would say would absorb like the laser signal, and you would...
You're looking for something reflective on the front end of the car that's going to bounce the laser back to the... I just know if the cop looks through that laser gun and he don't get no reading, my ass is probably going to get some type of special stop.
Again, he can pull you over all he wants. Hey, I'm sorry, buddy, you missed me. Not my fault your gun don't work. Get a better gun. Go to gun school.
I tell you what, when you go home tonight and you go through Irving... No. Why don't you give that a 10?
I've had all my run-ins with police officers I want.
Hold on. Yes, Eddie. No kidding.
Yeah, I have an 04 Viper, and I have that radar system, and it has the laser jammer, and basically it deflects the laser when a cop shoots it at you. He gets an error on his gun, and he never gets a reading, and, you get away. I've probably missed about 10 or 15 tickets because of it.
And nobody, you've gone through a laser trap, and you went through, nobody stopped you when they couldn't clock your speed?
Nope. I've gotten lasered in 30 at 60, and he never came after me.
I just don't know if I'm... Go ahead.
They'll try to hit the front of the car, and after you go past them, they'll try to hit the back of the car, and, it'll tell you shifting laser on the console, but they don't get anything off of it.
And how long have you had yours?
About 3.5 years.
What did you pay for yours?
The older model right now at Car Toys costs about $1,500. And the newer model is $2,500. But the newer model is a lot better. It actually tells you where, like, cameras are, red light cameras, traffic cameras. It'll tell you that you're coming up to a camera to slow down or, don't run the red light. It'll talk to you and tell you what, where you're at or if there's something near you.
Okay. All right, thanks. I didn't see any that pricey. They said for what it is, you want to have it professionally installed.
For $400.
I don't know what installation cost. $400, $500 was what the unit cost.
I wouldn't spend that kind of money just to avoid a traffic ticket. Don't speed that.
You're talking about $1,500 or the $500?
Either one of them. I wouldn't pay $500. What do you pay? What did you pay for your radar? See, I buy cheap radar detectors. I don't buy expensive.
I think the Passport that I bought was like $450.
Yeah, I think I paid $120.
And the one time they offered me the extended warranty, I told them to blow me.
What could happen to my radar detector? Well, a big black dog knocked me in the pool.
So I'm just slow my dog ass down.
And you have to on 114 because they live out there. You don't see them every day when you come to work? Maybe they just do it midday when I'm in there.
I'll tell you what Grapevine does.
What does Grapevine do?
Is they'll set up laser near the airport.
Yes.
The laser detector will go off in the truck, and you think, well, it's just the airport because it sets it off. I'll be damned.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Because normally you'll ignore it. You're going past the airport, laser detector goes off. All right, I'm just picking up something from the tower. It's go out, and it's a Grapevine cops.
It's the ground radar thing at the end of the airport that goes around. Because if you'll notice, when it's sweeping, pointing right at you, that's when it goes off, and that's why they set up out there because they know you're going to ignore it.
That's rude.
They're just being cops. They're keeping you slowing down.
That's not fair.
This isn't a game. It is
a game. That's what all of this is.
It's totally fair. They're smart. They know where your little radar detector is going to go off. They're just sitting there waiting for it.
How we doing, Chloe?
Straight into Lucas.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. But
hang on. Is that more about the jammers? Maybe we should get Radar Roy on. Yes, Ryan.
Yeah, the jammers, most of them, it'll give you, at a certain amount of feet away, it'll give you a couple seconds that it actually jams it, and then after that couple seconds, the laser will pick you up. It gives you enough time to slow down.
Yeah, because when the laser detector goes off, you're already screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, with laser.
So it gives you a couple.
Laser. It's instant, right? Laser.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Somebody sent an email. Do you care at all that Craddock came out and finally said he got a divorce?
We knew that 6 or 7 months ago.
I know we did, but he came out.
He didn't identify him because it's his own business.
It's a big... What?
So it's his own business.
Okay. Huh?
Well, what?
Well, he just came out with a blog on Friday and read it on the air, and part of it, I don't know who he's talking about here. He says, other people will talk about this on their shows, some of them in a vicious way. There's nothing I can do about it except hope that you will see it for what it is, exploiting another person's pain.
All right.
I don't know who else.
I certainly can understand that. So our thoughts and our contemplations and prayers are with him and his family, his big-ass wife.
Ex-wife?
Whatever. Who got custody of her ass?
Stop it.
All right, I'm done. My prayers are still with the family.
Well, never mind. We're just looking around the room at each other like, what's wrong with you?
You would expect it to be the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm cutting edge, man.
Congratulations. I didn't see that one coming.
Because I'm not done with it.
Oh.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Millions of poor children in the United States may be getting fat before age 10 because their mothers are stressed out and the youngsters seek escape in unhealthy comfort food, according to new research. The stress is rooted in poverty and can be brought on by money woes, workloads, and insufficient health insurance, and other factors. This according to Craig Gunderson of the University of Illinois, who led the study. He said people will eat in response to feeling stress.
Are you running out of news? Because if you are, we can just go ahead and leave.
No, I
don't care about poor fat kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought that was interesting. What your favorite superhero says about you?
That's a little old, but go ahead.
Okay, well, The Dark Knight passed almost $500 million, so figure out what it says about you. People that say Superman, if that's your favorite, that means he's the classic nice guy. He's loyal and wants to save the day, and the guy who idolizes him often have the same traits. But that doesn't mean he only wants to save your days, so don't get jealous if he ignores you and turns his attention to family or friends.
All right, so this is the superhero and the way you interact with your woman.
Yes, and in life in general. All right. Like Spider-Man is the underdog. He's sensitive, responsible, maybe a little nerdy, so your guy might have a hard time being relaxed and
Jay, how did the whole thing go with you over the weekend with Joy when you went to the sensory deprivation tank?
It went very, very well up to a certain point. We had a great time, had a wonderful massage.
Did the manager bother you?
You ass! I was so twisted at you, and you wouldn't pick up your damn phone. I even called Everett and screamed at him. It's like, because
how did Everett end up eating it?
That's the only way you would have known exactly where I was going, because he knew where I was going, because I told him the name of the place.
All right.
You piece of crap. What is wrong with you?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
I was up here putting 200 Post-it notes in Gavin's office. I didn't have time to mess with JD.
You most certainly did. Nobody else would know. The person that owns the tank comes up. I'm floating 20. I'm just getting into it because you're in there for an hour. Just beginning to relax. When they first close the door, it's a little creepy. I'll tell you, it's dark and you're floating like a little cork. You just barely get totally into it. You start drifting off. You start seeing things and feeling your heartbeat. What are you doing? Nobody else would have said that except you told him to do it.
What was it? Because you knew I was out of town, and you called
What are you mad about?
Because you called me all damn weekend.
I wanted to know what you were doing.
Yeah, I know, and you knew what I was doing. I wasn't going to go show you houses, and you just kept calling. What are you doing?
My mother needs a house.
You know he was in Austin.
I don't care.
God.
Why do you keep answering the phone? I'll be damned if the idiot didn't pick up his phone every time.
Well, yeah,
and I had nothing else to say. What are you doing?
What are you answering the phone for, Trey?
A lot of times I just answered it, not really looking at the caller ID.
Oh.
I have a ring for the people that I know, so I just pick it up. The first time, like each day, I'm thinking, okay,
he was getting twisted.
Well, yeah, he's ruining our weekend, our time to get away, and I'm getting a massage, and you're bothering me. Stop it. I'm sorry.
Chloe, were you the only one I didn't piss off over the weekend?
I don't remember.
All right.
Oh, from my drinking days and not remembering.
So that ruined your sensory deprivation
I laid there
thing?
for the next 20, 30 minutes going, well, when's it going to happen again? What's next? What I got going to coming up? Some gay guy going to jump in here with me? What's up? And yes, it ruined it. Oh, jeez.
What are you doing?
Gavin, by the way, went to my Terry, my massage guy, over the weekend, too. He went Saturday.
How'd that go, Gavin?
Jesus, JD, do you have to tell him everything?
What is it not everything? You went to get a massage. That's not everything.
What happened? You ejaculate?
No.
There's a lot of Russia stuff coming in here last minute.
Oh, we've gotten sidetracked with all the voice work.
I got it.
It was awesome.
And why did you want us to know?
Because.
Why?
Because then all the gay cracks about me going to his massage therapist would come out.
And?
I'm waiting.
How'd it go?
It was great.
You get it on?
No, see, exactly.
Did you get a chubby?
No, I got nothing. I got adjusted.
Was he offended?
God. No.
He seems to like it when JD gets a hard on.
No, he doesn't.
That's a compliment.
I got a hard on with a female chick over the weekend down in Austin.
Doing what?
She rubbed me. It was a massage. It was a chick.
So?
I get some credit for that.
That means you're bi.
Doesn't mean bi.
Yeah, that
just means I'm just turned on by body touching, but it's not a man.
You just said it had nothing to do.
Human.
Yeah, shut up. You said it had nothing to do with the guy rubbing on you when you got the wood.
Well, I had a chick rub on me, and I got some wood too.
That makes you bi.
It doesn't make me anything.
It doesn't erase the fact you got a stiffy from a dude.
I've been going in for years. It was the first time. It's because I took the damn Cialis. That's the only reason. And I took Cialis over the weekend too. So that's obviously that's the tie-in. That's the only thing that makes that happen.
No, the tie-in is your bi.
It's not a bi at all, please.
You kissed Gavin.
That was on stage. Quit saying it out loud.
This is your way of coming out. Don't do it on stage if you don't want people to know about it.
I'm not coming out.
And it's also all over the internet. This is your way of coming out.
I'm not coming out of anything.
We're not going to think any different. Just tell us.
If I was gay, I'd tell you. I'm not. I'm not bi. I'm not gay. I took the Cialis. It popped. That's all I can say.
While a guy's rubbing you down.
As well as a female. And doesn't make me bi.
Yes, it does. Well, you threw it out like, well, a chick gave me a massage over the weekend. I got an erection. Ha ha. Ha ha. You're bi. Let's go here. You ready, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, I'm vindicated.
I am.
You're still bi.
For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, including if you're by, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, JohnDavidRyan.com, DanO'Malley.com, DJClo.net, TreyTrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, ChuckWeek.com. Limo service for the show is provided by Limo George. His website, limogeorge.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com. And the official airline of the Russ Martin Show is Southwest Airlines. Their website, southwest.com. And the official site for Live 1053 is live1053.com.
All right, see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.